Ready? Mm-hmm. Freddie? Ed, and Eddie. We're back.
Hey.
Oh. Hi.
Oh.
Hey.
Auga. Auga.
This is going to be the whole episode, guys. This movie is crazy.
Yeah. Man, making up noises on the fly is a lot harder than I thought.
My guy. The boy is back.
Hey.
2022 beans, baby.
Yeah, and then we started with we're here OB and O Beans, an original beans.
This is an O Beans. This is an original beans. Well, I mean, we started with the reverse. That's how the year started. Actually, the year technically started with a Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
But I'm talking about episodes filmed in 2022.
Yes. Okay.
This is the second one of the year. I had to go with my boy. I had to use you because we're back. This is what it is. This is the OG beans. This is what they want. This is what they fucking cry for. This is what they fucking cut themselves for.
I don't know if they cut themselves.
Every night, this is what they do. They cut themselves.
I don't think they cut themselves.
And they bleed for the beans. Bleed.
That seems like too much.
It's a real fan. It's a real fan base. It's a real fan base. That's what it is. Maybe one day you'll get there. Maybe one day your fans will, commit suicide for you.
We're ramping up to that. Hey, so start on the ground floor. Yeah, you got to start on the ground floor.
You got to start with t-shirts.
You got to build an audience, and then
merch.
Yeah,
things like that, basically.
Yeah. And then when the time is right, we strike.
Oh, Bob. What's your plans for this year, bro? 2022. Let the beans know. What do you have? What are your plans for this year? What are your goals? What do you got to accomplish?
I'm going to be releasing a new YouTube series.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so subscribe to Dangerous Brown. It's a stand-up breakdown. If you
Dangerous Brown on TikTok and on
YouTube. Yes. If you really like stand-up comedy and want like the behind the scenes, some X's and O's stuff, like if you're just really interested in the craft, it's for you. Check it out.
Imagine if Bill Belichick told you about stand-up.
Yes.
That's what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Imagine if Nick Saban broke down stand-up comedy for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, broke it down. Mm-hmm. Like, he showed me it. That's why I know. We're talking legitimate X's and O's. There's literally X's and O's.
Yeah, there are.
There's plays.
There's an actual, at least the first episode should be, when is this released?
Next week, next Monday. So what's today?
Today is I could just look at my phone. I have it here.
Oh my God, it's right here.
Yeah, today's
Tuesday, January 18th.
So
this will come out Monday.
Okay, I'm shooting for the first week of February.
Okay, so just be on the lookout for it, guys.
Yeah.
So this will come out, but just go follow Dangerous Brown on YouTube and Dangerous Brown on TikTok.
And subscribe to the podcast, Dangerous Brown Podcast.
Subscribe. That way, when it does come out, you're already on top of it.
Yes, you're on top of it.
Bean Mafia, you're already on top of it. Also, just follow him on Instagram, and then you'll also just see it immediately.
Yeah.
There's also that.
I'll definitely post about it for sure.
Ehsan Ahmad on Instagram. And I think your terrorist profile is at Dangerous Cutie.
Yeah.
Dangerous Brown was taken.
Yeah, on terrorist swipe. I am on T swipe. I am Dangerous Cutie 69. Let them know. Let the hijabis know that I'm spicy.
Oh my God. What'd you call them?
Hijabis.
Why you call them that?
That's what you call a women who wear the hijab. They're hijabis. It's not like a slur. It's like what you call
Sure,
them.
it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Sure, it's not.
It's not a slur.
I'm sure they like it if I walked up and I spit in her face and I was like, "You hijabi."
No,
I'm sure she'd not think that's a slur.
Yeah, I mean, I think she'd be more mad at the spitting in the face. I think she'd be like, "Damn, I am a hijabi, but it seems like you're mad about it." That's how she'd probably react. That's how she would probably react. Yeah,
Oh, God.
But everyone,
Baba. Oh my God, bro, you're Niners. You proud?
Yes.
They beat the Cowboys a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was nice. Reports came out today that Jimmy G might be too injured to play next week's game.
That's not good.
So it's probably over for us. But it was a good run.
Y'all weren't supposed to make it this far.
We really
literally
started
were
3-5.
not.
We started 3-5.
I thought y'all were for sure not playoff team.
Yeah, and then
you said it.
I thought we were in a playoff team, and now with a healthy Jimmy G, I'd be like, oh, we could be a dark horse Super Bowl team.
Oh yeah, you guys were. The way you beat the Cowboys, I was like, oh, this. Other than how you guys almost choked it, but I was still like, oh, but that's what they do.
Yeah, that's
how they play.
Yeah. We held on.
You don't want to switch up things now.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, where you just beat the shit out of a team. No. Beat the shit out of them. Let them come back. And let them really believe it. And I mean, let them really believe.
Yeah, and then rip out their souls. That's how we've won the entire time under Shanahan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make it. You literally you literally, besides forfeiting the game, do everything else you can to lose.
Yes.
And then if you still went beyond that, you were destined to win.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's not looking good. He's apparently pretty injured. He was injured during the game, refused to take himself out, which is why he was sailing throws.
Well, and he always does that. But
he always does that, yeah.
But he also kind of always does that. But damn, I'm so sad he's hurt. But he pretty much does that all the time. But yeah, I mean, did that in that Super Bowl. Remember that? Yeah. But yeah, remember when he completely was fine and still did that in the Super Bowl? That's
the problem with Jimmy. He's always hurt. He probably was hurt during the Super Bowl.
Dude, I'm sure his dick hurts all the time.
Yeah, he did.
Shut up. As if Tom Brady just feels fantastic.
No. I'm not saying. But Jimmy is like Jimmy.
No, I'm shitting on Jimmy.
Yeah, his problem is that he's never healthy.
But I mean, who is?
No, but Jimmy is like miss games, never healthy.
That's because he's a pussy.
I mean, but maybe. But I
ain't gonna say Jimmy G's a pussy. He's probably a big bitch, but he's not a pussy.
No, I doubt. You can't play on a torn ACL, like stuff like that. You can't.
Yeah, I know. But he's always hurt. He's always like AD.
Hurt. Yeah.
And bro, AD's a beast. Mm-hmm. But is he not always hurt?
Yeah, and it's Jimmy's not. I wouldn't say Jimmy's a beast, but Jimmy's a really good quarterback.
Jimmy's not AD, but he is always. It's just like every time you hear about something with Jimmy G, he's hurt.
Yeah, but when he's in, we win.
When he's in, we win. And then I got make your predictions because this will come out. Mm-hmm. This will come out literally the day after the division games.
Okay, well,
who you got?
I said this before. I think the Rams. Oh, this will come the day after. So
this comes out literally. You'll be either right or wrong.
Okay. I think this is Matthew Stafford's Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think he beats Tom Brady, and it's this big emotional thing, and you're like, oh, man, you could take the man out the Lions, and you can take the Lions out of the man. People will be like, oh, wow, he overcame. Right?
You can take them. I mean, OBJ did go off.
Yeah.
In the wild card game.
I think Matthew Stafford wins it, pulls it out emotional.
Beats Tampa Bay. Okay.
And then if Jimmy G doesn't play, Packers are going to win. If Jimmy G does play, Niners are going to win. And
what an interesting conference championship game that would be.
Yeah.
And then the other side.
And then I just want to say this to whoever wins Niners Packers is gonna stomp on the Rams in the NFC Championship game. I think they'll bust their nut too early by beating Tom Brady. And they'll come out flat. You remember the Minneapolis?
They're not gonna beat Tom Brady. But go ahead.
Remember the Minneapolis Miracle?
Yeah.
Remember the next game they got stomped?
They got raped.
Yeah, it's gonna be that.
Yeah, but they're not going to beat the Buccaneers.
They're gonna beat him on a miracle. The same way Case Keenum wasn't gonna beat Drew Brees.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
Yeah, dude.
But Drew Brees ain't Tom Brady.
Yeah, but Tom Brady also loses to some weird quarterbacks in the playoffs. He don't lose to the good ones. He loses to the weird
Stafford's
ones.
Not a weird one.
A little bit.
A little bit. I mean, Stafford's not Nick Foles or Eli or old retard face.
Yeah, that's fair. But regardless, that's my prediction for the NFC.
You gotta go AFC.
AFC, I think the Bills pull it out against the Chiefs.
And
I think the Titans beat the Bengals.
Okay. I think they're all good games.
Mm-hmm. I think they're all good games, which we need because outside of Niners.
I mean, Niners-Cowboys came down to the ref.
Yeah.
Came down to the ref being in the way.
Yeah. Well, no, it came down to probably the worst play call I've ever. One of the worst play calls I've ever seen. Yeah, but
if that wouldn't have happened, he'd have 1 second left. If the ref debacle, you see how the ref slammed him to him, and then the ref kind of grabbed the ball, and then it was like a whole thing.
What's the ref supposed to do? The ref has to touch the ball.
No, but he did slam it. Like,
so, but what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to go around the? No,
you slide through like a regular person. He went through he went through square. How do you slide? As if he was gonna run through.
I think he turned his body. There's a wall of linemen. That is on. As soon as Dak got up, he should have gave it to the ref like they do in every other single play ever.
Yeah, but I will say this. The way the ref did it, it took another second off the clock. It just did.
Fair.
It just did. Well, I've seen refs do it a million times. It never goes down like that. Never goes down like that.
Well, but that's because they never wall off the ref. They never do the offense. I've never seen the offense set their own ball to line up and play. I've also never seen that.
Bro, it went both ways. I think it was a little fault A, fault B. I do. Mm-hmm. But I also think there would have been a second left. I still don't think they would have completed the pass to tie it up.
Well, I mean, I think
they would have just got the shot. But that was the best game.
The play, according to the NFL, technically counted. The last play of the game was the spike. That's what took the second off the clock. So if Dak threw a touchdown on that play, that would have counted.
Yeah. I mean, they should have just, who knows?
Well, they should have thrown 2 shots.
Should have, could have, would have. But it was the best game. All the other games were blowouts. Here's my pick.
Raiders, Bengals became a good game at the end.
Yeah.
But every other game sucked ass. Like, it was bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, well,
from a neutral perspective, it was
but
bad.
not for one team.
Yeah.
One team was definitely good,
right?
Because it wasn't like it was like sorry games. It was like no, it was just one team was just way better. One team was just way better, and then also they did which is what you're supposed to do when you're better than somebody, beat the shit out of them. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what the Niners should have did.
Yeah, that's what the Niners should have.
The Niners should have beat the shit out of the Cowboys.
If Jimmy doesn't overthrow Ayuk on that pass, that's a touchdown.
Yeah,
that's like.
But that's the separator between great players and like good players.
Good players, right there.
Tom Brady's not missing that throw, and Aaron Rodgers not missing that throw.
No.
Drew Brees, you know what I mean? Like Patty Mahomes, and I don't even think Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert and them niggas missing that throw.
No.
I don't. Derek Carr's not missing that throw. Like niggas who get shit done.
Derek Carr might miss that throw.
I don't know. Derek Carr's pretty clutch. His team kind of lets him down a lot.
Yeah, but people like Derek. People like Derek Carr because he's very likable. But he's also, because of his likability, he's not as good as what people.
Also, do you see how clutch he is? Like they showed his numbers since he's been in the NFL. He's won more fourth quarter long, like 2 minute under fourth quarter drives than any other quarterback.
He's
in the NFL.
also lost a lot of them too. Like he's also lost a lot of them in pretty unclutch ways. He's fumbled 2 balls out of the end zones for touchdowns.
I remember that.
Two separate times. I mean, these the drive against the Bengals. None of the plays to the end zone where he was locked onto one guy.
Yeah.
Tried to force the throws.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying he's not bad.
Lose his star receiver this year to murder.
Yeah. A vehicular manslaughter.
My point is, for what he's given each year, the Raiders suck.
Yeah.
Or they go through insane adversity.
Yeah, they went through hell this year.
And he still always shows up. So that's why I'm like, no, I think he's a little different. I think he just hasn't been given a shot yet. Look at Matthew Stafford giving a shot. Look at him. He's not missing throws.
Right. Well,
Jimmy G misses throws, bro.
Well, I mean, Matthew Stafford didn't miss throws last game. This is the tale of Matthew Stafford this year.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, the tale of Matthew Stafford this year is there are games he looks amazing, and there's the games he looks like the Lions quarterback.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
That's why I think Matthew Stafford will have one last great game, and then the NFC Championship game, he's going to throw like 3 interceptions and a pick six for sure.
Okay. I picked Bucks. Nobody's beating Tom Brady. It just is what it is. Packers, because they got a rematch. They both, you can just tell Aaron Rodgers has to play him again. I'm sure there's just something in his fucking soul, in his spirit, that's like, I have to play Tom Brady and beat this nigga. I have to. So you got Aaron going against Tom, and on the other side,
Bills Chiefs is the hardest one.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
That's the hardest one.
You know what sucks, and I'm so sorry, Titans fans. I think Cincinnati's gonna pull a fucking upset.
You think so?
I think Joe Burrow's a fucking bad little boy.
I think Joe Burrow's a bad man, but I don't know if they're gonna pull the upset.
I think they will. I think that's when you pull an upset. Is when people don't think you're gonna pull one.
Yeah, but I think you know what I think about Tennessee. Tennessee is, even though it's a number 1 seed, is pretty underrated.
Absolutely. I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. I'm just saying I can see Joe Burrow driving down the last. He has a minute left. He drives down and scores and wins the game. And it's like, and everyone's like, exactly.
Right.
Like, oh, this dude's a problem.
Right.
Or something crazy happens, like the refs get in the way and like a horrible PI call, and then like, oh wow, Joe Burrow won that way. Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So far,
some tuck rule shit. You know what I mean?
Horrible PI calls. Yeah.
Or just like some tuck rule shit. Some old school. Remember that? Like just some shit where it's like, oh, that's how we're gonna end this.
Yeah.
So I think the Bengals pull the upset, and I think Chiefs still get it done.
Okay. So you think it's gonna be Bengals Chiefs?
Bengals Chiefs and Packers Bucks.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. We'll because you're gonna do the Super Bowl episode, so we'll go from there.
Yeah. We'll go from there. All right.
Okay. Those are our picks.
Yeah.
We'll put $10,000 down a piece.
I don't think that's how we're gonna do that at all.
Our life savings.
Nope.
And we'll give it to loan sharks.
Nope.
Really scary guys.
Yeah,
really scary guys. Really the kind of guys you have to pay back. And we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
And we'll be right back. Hey, Bean Mafia. That's right. The Bean Mafia gang has stepped up. Spoil the beans. We're here. We got a real ad, baby. This is a real motherfucking ad. Manscaped. That's right. That's Manscaped. You heard me correct. Everyone out there who has been listening to this podcast forever, we got a real product backing us, supporting the Spoil the Beans lifestyle, supporting the Spoil the Beans movement. And you know what's nice is this product is actually the shit. I've never used Manscaped. I've never used Manscaped before. I'm not going to lie. This is the first time I ever used it. Holy shit. Not kidding. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's amazing. It is
top tier.
Top tier. Sam likes the new package.
I dig it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm talking about my package. This is incredible. Your boy, I'm gaining girth. You gain girth. You gain length. Fellas, Manscaped. You're giving yourself inches, baby. And if Al Pacino didn't say anything, he said, life is a game of inches. You haven't seen this movie yet.
I was like, what? Any given Sunday. That?
Life's a game of inches. Nigga, Manscaped. That should be their fucking slogan. It's a game of inches. Life. Your penis. Manscaped. Dude, I love it. Spoil the Beans. That is our promo code. Literally type in Spoil the Beans. Get 20% off. Guys, let me go through how good this is. See this right here? You see this? This bad boy, excuse me, is the lawnmower. The lawnmower 4.0. Dude, I use this. Shaved my balls in 10 minutes. Hadn't shaved in like half a year, probably. You know what I mean? Shaved, tire sack, 10 minutes. Unbelievable.
But you're not even nearly as hairy as I am. Hey, for the ladies who are listening to this, you can also use this to shave you. I'm a very hairy lady. I'm a kind of a fuzzy person. What?
She's a fuzzball, dog.
I'm a fuzzball. I'm like a tennis ball.
She's a fucking tennis ball.
I am a tennis ball up in here. And this is very handy, I will say.
Love it. The 4.0.
So
the
quick.
4.0.
Trimmed my fuzz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Manscaped, let me tell you something about the 4.0. They engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and incredible, comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to our advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident shaving my boys. That is true. I had no nicks.
I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah, I had zero nicks. And I've shaved my balls plenty of times with other razors and other things like that. You know what I mean? And literally always a nick or two, which sucks because your balls, you don't want your balls bleeding all day.
Yeah, that's gross.
Because it's nonstop. A lot of blood down there. Yeah, so you just don't want that. You know what I mean? I didn't know this also. I'm one of the first people, me and you, Samantha, to try the new 4.0, and I am blown away by the performance. I literally am. It's phenomenal. It really is. This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on and off switch that can engage a travel lock. It really can. You can lock it if you need to. It also gives you the ability to turn the 400K LED spotlight on and off whenever needed for a precise shave.
I looked up how
Oh
to
my
do
God.
it.
The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 through 4, which is really nice. I didn't need the size length. I was going to go no trimmer, and Sam had helped me out here.
Yeah, we wanted to get a little bit of a fade going.
I wanted more of a fade. I didn't want a football, but I like the fade. Did I mention, this is very important, wireless charging. Look at this. This is wireless. This is charging right now, all right? Wireless charging, well, you got to plug it in, but it could be charging right now is my point.
It could be.
Wireless charging uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. Men, if you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, you've been doing it wrong. No person wants pubes in their mouth.
Yeah, you should have one for each.
One for each. Me and Sam both have one. It's fucking awesome. It's time to get your own ball and hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time and enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off, free shipping with the code SPOILTHEBEANS. All one word, Spoil the Beans, all caps. Guys, it's the name of the pod, Spoil the Beans. Easy. Manscaped, use it. Yo, let me tell you this. These are some of the things that you get. Waterproof trimmer, reduces foot odor. I didn't know that, but this does reduce foot odor.
Really?
It does. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer helps reduce nicks, reduces the risk of ingrown hairs, and reduces the risk of grooming accidents. I stand by all those things 1,000%. This is not because they're the first brand to support us. I genuinely fuck with this. Mm-hmm. The nose trimmer, incredible. Got all my nose hairs out.
He's got a hairy nose. That's the one thing that is very hairy.
I'm not really a hairy guy. My balls a little bit, but my nose gets hairy.
But your nose needed...
I loved this. The crop preserver, the ball deodorant, genuinely found it refreshing on my testes.
You felt refreshed?
It added a little spice. You know, it really did. I wasn't mad about it. I really wasn't. The crop reviver, the ball toner, also felt good on my balls. I love this bag that they come with. This is just nice because I travel a lot.
The Shed.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it says on here. The Shed. It's
the travel bag. I travel a lot, so I've been using it on the road. Unbelievable. Unbelievable kit. Unbelievable package. I've been putting my other toiletries in this, but it's phenomenal. Dude, everything they sent us, I've been using. Every single thing. Sam uses them.
I did. I had to trim the fuzz.
Dude, if you're in a couple, get 2. Get the 4.0 lawnmower. Unreal. Mm-hmm. Get the fucking, for fellas, if you got a hairy nose, get the weed whacker. 1,000% recommend the weed whacker if you got a hairy nose. Ball fucking deodorant, the crop preserver, unbelievable. The toner, unbelievable. God, the lawnmower 4.0, seriously. I genuinely loved this product. It is so worth it. It's just, I shaved. I'm going to probably shave again in another week. It took me 10 minutes. Crop the area. More inches.
It took you less time than 10 minutes.
Did it? It felt so fast.
It was very fast. Maybe like quick. 2 songs.
It was 2 rap songs. So we're talking, it might be 6 minutes. Probably, yeah, right. 6 minutes, if we're being all the way honest. 6 minutes. Your boy was fresh shaved up. We had incredible sex. Can I guarantee the great sex you'll have? I can't guarantee that. I can hope for it. I'll hope for it.
We can put that energy into
I'll put that energy. If you use Spoil the Beans, Manscaped, promo code, off. 20% off, plus free shipping, I will put that good energy if you're going to have good sex after you Manscaped. I'm going to put that out there on you.
That's free, man.
That's for you. Guys, lady. Spoil the Beans. The promo code's right here. Use it. Don't lose it. All right? 20% off. And Manscaped, thank you so much, man. You guys, this was amazing. Manscaped. We really appreciate it. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the Bean Mafia. And back to the movie. And we're back. Ahmad is gay, and Deric is still straight.
Nope.
And we're back.
No, we're definitely back.
And Ahmad is gay.
Nope.
Then what was all that stuff you were doing in between the break?
Straight adjacent.
What a great special name. It's a great special title.
Wow, Ahmad, straight adjacent.
That's pretty good. That's actually legitimately
that's
really good.
Fire. That's pretty fire.
Bob? What?
No, I just said clip it for some reason. Like our fans clip shit.
Yeah, like they don't even know how to work YouTube. Ehsan, we're back, bro.
We are.
We had to come back. We had to do the Bean Mafia right. You got to treat the beaner. You got to feed them.
Yes.
You got to feed them, bro.
You got to feed the Bean Mafia.
You got to feed these motherfuckers. They want A1 movies, and they want them now. And they don't wait for them.
Yeah.
Let's give them what they want.
Okay, what do they want? Which movie is this? Well, they already know.
Fuck. That is crazy. They know. You're the only one who doesn't know right now. Don't you feel like a dumb fucking idiot?
A little bit, if I'm being honest. I'm being real, dude. A little stupid. I'm very stupid right now.
Ehsan,
yeah.
You stupid fuck. Can you tell me what you think happens in the film you've never seen that I am about to tell for you in full detail because you've never seen it for some reason? Judge Dredd.
Okay. We're in like a futuristic world, for sure.
I just knew you were going to say, okay, we start with the murder of a child.
Yeah. No, it's not like that.
It's the judge from the documentary, Dear Zachary.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to do. It's just her. It's the tale of her.
It's her story. It's about her overcoming toxic masculinity to install toxic femininity.
What a beautiful movie. Yeah, that judge should have a movie made about her.
Yeah, she should. Just a horrible bitch. That she is. Just a horrid bitch.
Just a horrid.
Yeah, it's called Horrid Bitch. That's what that movie should
horrid, frigid, fuck you.
Yeah. Cold pussy bitch.
And then you watch the movie and you're like, why would they make a movie about this? Yeah. She was terrible.
Yeah, she basically murdered a baby.
She did.
Yeah, but legally. She legally murdered a baby.
Still a judge to this
day. Yeah.
Oh, judges are awesome.
Yeah, anyway, thank God there's no way to take them out. Lifetime appointments. So cool.
Every job should be life.
Yeah. And with no performance review.
None.
Yeah,
no. You get the job, it's yours.
It's yours forever.
I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah. Because that's how jobs work.
And humanity and society.
Yeah. Especially a job that's
the most important job.
Yeah, one of the most important jobs in our society. Let's just no oversight, lifetime position.
Because to get that position, we all know, to get any position in life, you have to be a perfect person.
Right.
There has to be no fault in you.
Right.
We're all Jesus.
Yeah.
All of us. So what judge, why would you need oversight on a judge, Ehsan?
No.
Well, you telling me they're human? You telling me that some judge might like to, jerk, like use feet to jerk their dicks off? You telling me that some judge out there would want to do that? Instead of fucking a pussy normal, he likes to fuck feet.
No judge would ever do that. All judges fuck missionary with their wives.
And/or husbands.
Full eye contact.
While they pray to God.
Yes, while they pray to
God.
Jesus. And Jesus, yes. That's how you become a judge in this country. For life.
It's like when you kill somebody, you go to prison for life.
Yeah.
Same thing with the judge.
It's like that. But then what's cool about this is you could just take money from prisons to send black kids to jail. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to fulfill your quotas.
Yeah, you got to.
Hey, you got to fulfill the quotas.
Yeah. Otherwise,
who's going to make all our Crocs? Who's going to make all of our shit, Ehsan?
Yeah.
For $2.
Yeah.
For $2 I'm talking about every single person in the prison.
Right.
To pay all of them, it's $2 an hour.
Right. Who's going to fight our fires?
Who's going to fight our fires?
Yeah.
Who's going to fuck our women?
I don't think they're doing that. That's the one thing they don't get to do in there. We don't get to outsource adultery to them.
Yeah, being a judge is sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's
fucking sick.
Dude, it's pretty fucking rad.
Yo, that should not. It's terrifying that the energy for judges is like,
yeah,
I'm a fucking
hell
judge,
yeah, dude,
and there's nothing you can fucking do about it.
Supreme Court for life.
Yeah, that's a weird motto that when they get sworn in, they go, I'm a judge now, and there's nothing anyone can fucking do about it. Fuck you, God. Try to stop me now. I am a judge. Give me my robe. They make them say this.
Oh God, the fuck you God's a little much, but they have to say it.
You gotta be a judge. You gotta show who runs the universe.
Yeah, you gotta have that a little bit in you to be like, yeah, I judge people. Yeah. I'm the ultimate form of a hall monitor. You
know what's funny is the position is needed, but I think the position of judge should be like the position of jury, just random people.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Just random fucking people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And then all these judges have to be poor.
Yeah.
They have to just, like, they get tried for all their crimes.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, if you took that idea to the masses, you would be assassinated. So keep that idea to yourself.
And on a podcast.
Yeah, on a podcast where it's just a joke, CIA.
No, they know I'm serious about everything. Every time they pulled me in to talk about it, I let them know I'm fucking serious. I'm serious about the movie Judge Dredd, and I'm serious about the fucking revolution I'm starting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Judge Dredd, anyway.
Yeah, what happens? This is your Judge Dredd.
This is my Judge Dredd.
You can be whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's in the future, and it's probably, you know what it is? It's probably one of those futures where criminals are overrunning the city. It's just overrun with criminals, or as Rogan would call it, LA today.
Well, LA is apparently just run by rapists now.
Right. I mean, when has the world not been run by rapists? What are we talking about here? The presidency forever has just been the most popular pedophile contest since 1860.
No,
whatever.
JFK was getting regular pussy.
Oh, if you don't think JFK was getting 14-year-old pussy, you're out of your fucking
mind.
That's
not a pedophile. That's just cool. What do you mean?
Yeah,
he can't be cool.
Yeah, I think that's the Epstein lawyer.
He can't just be a badass.
The Epstein defense. Like, hey, bro, come on.
Yeah. Look how hot she is.
Yeah,
she looks fucking 18.
Yeah. What are you?
So I'm crazy.
It's on an island.
I like that guy looking at everybody in the courtroom. So she doesn't look 18. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow, we're going to play this game? Okay.
All right, bring in the lineup of girls. Tell me, which one's 18?
Now you tell me who looks... I love that of a guy's whole defense is he brings in a 14-year-old who looks 14 and then a hot 14-year-old who looks like 20. Yeah. And he's like, now which one would you guys fuck? You tell me. And then even the jury's like, I mean, her.
Oh, God.
I fucked the adult one.
Oh, God. That's so... Yeah. So it's just overrun with criminals, and so they don't have time for the justice system anymore. The judges are, like, on site decide whether or not a criminal dies.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so he has to go, and he's given a list of people he has to track down and, judge to whether or not they die or not. and he's maybe infiltrating this whole criminal gang. This is probably in the 80s, right? So they have a huge hard-on for cops that are more than cops. So it's probably, in my mind, I was going to be like...
like RoboCop?
Yeah.
Have you seen RoboCop?
I haven't seen RoboCop.
Okay.
But in my mind, he You're
describing RoboCop.
Okay. My original thing was he finds someone that's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't kill this guy, and then he goes back on the system and is like, oh, this is fucked up, but...
But what's your movie, though? Give me your movie.
Oh, he just goes around just killing a bunch of fucking people until he kills the main bad guy in like a cool fight. And then everyone's like, yeah, Judge Dredd. So, yeah,
but you say
and just cue 80s
He finds someone who's not a bad guy. That's your other version.
That's the version if it was a more modern movie, I think maybe that would be that version.
And then he turns around and he saves like all the like woke women. He saves like all the women from a...
No, he just saves he just realizes like...
he saves all the deaf kids.
He was like, the poor are people. But that's not happening in this movie. In this movie, the poor are scum. That's gotta be killed.
Oh, you mean like real life?
Yeah.
Tell me that's not like real life, bro. First off, what poor people do you like?
Oh, I mean...
You should have been like, you?
Yeah.
And you're fucking on thin ice.
Yeah.
Deric. Yeah, bro. Poor people suck.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, they don't have money. That's what makes them the
Bro,
worst.
why are they eating what they eat and like smelling like... It's like, dude, just fucking be fancy.
Yeah.
Eat sushi. Eat nice things.
Just buy stuff.
Buy everything.
Yeah, dude. Why aren't you buying stuff, dude?
What are they doing?
Just out there not buying because they're lazy. That's what they're doing. They're not buying stuff because they're lazy, and that's the only option. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yo, it is funny that Rogan keeps saying LA is like burning.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I think one of my friends would have called. I think Brian Simpson would have been like, "Hey, D, what's up? Yo, I'm on fire."
Yeah. D, I can't talk right now. The rape brigade is running through town, and I gotta hide in my closet. I think.
No, that one shit he posted about the train shit. That shit was crazy.
That man, yeah. I mean,
I don't not believe it.
No, that I believe.
There's shortages of everything, bro. You can't get fucking ginger ale.
There's shortages of everything.
Can't get ginger ale, dog.
There's shortages of everything, and people are
rioting in the streets.
People are. I mean, yeah. Well, people are so like fucking. They don't know what to do. What do you, bro? So Kroger went on strike recently, right?
Shout out Kroger.
Yeah, shout out Kroger. You know.
I know we're sponsored by HEB, but I can't not fuck with Kroger.
You know that 14% of their full-time workers have experienced homelessness in the last year.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, so it's like if that's your life, you're like, well, might as well just steal some shit.
Yeah.
I might as well. Here's the issue though. They're stealing stuff from like trains and people what they gotta do is if you want a flat screen TV, find the corporate office of Kroger or find the corporate office of any of these big corporations, these healthcare companies, and just steal TVs from them.
Or just go straight to the source. Go straight to Best Buy.
Yeah.
And fuck them up, dude.
Yeah.
You think I give a fuck about Best Buy?
Yeah.
Don't hurt the employees.
Yeah.
Rob the place blind.
Yeah, dude. Hey.
Don't hurt anybody.
Yeah. You know how you're not paying taxes? Welcome to your tax.
Yeah.
Welcome, like because people are like, oh, in San Francisco, the Louis Vuitton store got ran over. Good.
I don't care.
Good. No, fucking good.
I don't care. Now, what you don't do, this is where it becomes a problem, is where they're like, fuck the corporations. Yeah, let's go steal from, Bob and Tom's Market Shop. And it's like, no. Wrong.
In fact, what you do, steal from Louis Vuitton, give to Bob and Tom's to sell.
Let them upsell it.
Yeah.
After you've already stolen the things that you want.
Yeah.
And now people are just coming, and they're selling it for like, of course, it's still expensive because it's Gucci, but it's like it's affordable now. It's like $100.
And
instead of $1,000, it's $100.
You're supporting a local business.
Yeah. But yeah, burn all those places down, bro.
Who gives a fuck about Target? Dude, people who got so mad during the BLM riots, so they knocked over a Target. Hey, who gives a shit about Target? It's called Target.
Shut up.
Don't
you ever do a joke like that on this podcast. Don't you? Hey, look at me. Hold on. We'll be right back. Don't you fucking ever do some shit like that. Embarrass me on this fucking podcast, dog. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, dude. I'm pro running over corporations as long as you don't hurt anybody.
Yeah. Don't hurt nobody. The moment you hurt somebody, then it's not fun no more.
Yeah, and then it's like lame as shit.
It's like, bro, what? Okay, what is the nigga that work at Target? Now, if a dude at Target is working there and he starts like trying to defend it, yeah, fuck that nigga.
yeah,
because that guy is the kind of guy that it, like isn't cool and like doesn't give like a Groupon discount like when he can, shit like that where it's like, oh, bro, well, fuck that dude up.
Sticks to the rules.
Yeah, and I'm sure that guy also like when a plane lands, he gets up when like immediately and like tries to get to the middle and. Yo, that nigga's got to die. Yeah. That nigga's got to go. Anybody, let me say this again. Anyone who gets up when the plane lands, you immediately get up. Like you immediately get up when the plane lands. And you're not in first class, row 1.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Bro, I'm talking about you first class row 2. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, what?
And you wait till row 1 leaves.
I don't understand. Or are the people who stand the whole time and they're like this because they can't stand up?
They're stupid.
It's like what?
They're just a fucking stupid monkey.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
bro, that's like for sure evolution's real. Because it's like, oh, bro, some monkeys are just not as smart as other monkeys. Some monkeys didn't make it, bro. And some monkeys can't fucking handle waiting their turn to get off the plane. Bro, you have to die. I'm serious. You don't belong to be on this earth with us.
No.
Do you have any respect for those human beings?
It just doesn't make sense. It never makes sense.
You can't, bro. The plane is too small.
Going anywhere.
You can't go anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
All you're doing is creating a traffic jam. Because if everyone just got out timely, that's the fastest way to exit the plane.
Yeah.
Always.
And the only way to do it is row by row.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, it is the only way.
Yeah.
Row by row.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So you have nowhere to go. There's no reason to stand up. You sit there, you unbuckle your seatbelt, you text, you cut your phone back on.
Yeah, you text somebody.
You text, you check your Instagram, you check your Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You wait. When you see it getting when it hits, this is how it works. When it hits 2 rows ahead of you, you can gather your things. When that row in front of you gets up, you can now stand up a little bit and like turn. And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get out. Anyone who, bro, if you get out before anyone in front of, like any person in a row before you, shot in the head.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of Bean Mafia that like, because this is a big fan base that does that, and I just want you to know, kill yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Put a bullet right between your eyes.
Yeah, dude.
Put a bullet right between your eyes, and put one in your asshole first.
Yeah.
Shoot yourself in the fucking asshole, and then while you're screaming in pain, put another one in your eyes, and then go through the airport correctly.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's frustrating.
Yeah, that's the one out of all the airport bugaboos. That's the one that makes me mad. Everything else, I'm fine with. I'm fine with people don't know how to go through TSA. I mean, Jesus Christ. Even if it is your first time, what are you, a fucking how stupid.
Dude. Remember that one time we went and there's that dude in front of us, just wads of cash?
Yeah, just wads of cash.
It's like, hey, man, what?
Bro, I remember one time a guy, was recently me in San Juan, and a guy had you can tell he just never flies. He had every gaming system ever in his backpack. Everyone. And he was like, I got to pull this one out. And then he pulled out like an Xbox. He's like, wait, I got to pull this out? And then he pulled out his Switch.
Yeah.
And they were like, sir, yeah. He's like, it's just a PlayStation. And I was like, bro, this fucking guy's got a, bro, I'm talking about holding this bitch up.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't, even still, doesn't, the only time I need to be judge, jury, and executioner is, anybody who gets off the plane wrong, they should just be shot right in the head right there. Mm-hmm. Like Squid Games, like, bow.
That'd be the movie Judge Poston.
Yeah, Judge Poston.
Yeah.
It's very airport based.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much the terminal.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you want to hear Judge Dredd?
I do want to hear Judge Dredd.
Bro, I think you're going to like this. You know this is a classic movie.
Yes, I know this is a classic movie. I've heard of Judge Dredd before.
You know who's in it?
Shania Twain. No, I have no idea.
Wow, you're actually correct.
That would be hilarious.
You're actually correct. I'm not kidding. Let me see when this movie came out. I'm actually curious. I don't know. Don't look.
Okay.
I'm actually curious.
It feels like an 80s thing, but it could be early 90s. Wow,
it's not 95, not even early 90s.
Not even early 90s.
Mid-90s.
Never mind.
95, son.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready, Papa Bear?
Yes.
Bean Mafia, you ready? Right after this. I'm just kidding. All right, let's go. Movie starts.
Okay.
Credits roll.
Mm-hmm.
We see Judge Dredd comic books.
Okay.
Like the cover of, like all the comic books. So this was a comic book.
Okay.
Okay. Which is like, oh man, they should redo this.
Right.
Didn't
they make another Dredd movie?
They did, but they went like dark and all this shit. And it's like, no, they should do it like with Marvel. Like they should do it like.
Okay. It's a Marvel?
I don't know if it's Marvel or DC. It's a comic book though.
Okay.
Probably DC. Seems a little dark, but who knows? Could not be. Could be Marvel, because Marvel has dark shit too. Marvel has like the Punisher and
right. That's fair.
Yeah, Deadpool, Judge Dredd. Okay, your superhero music like dun 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 dun, and then fucking James Earl Jones.
Oh wow.
In the third millennium, the world. I know, right? I was also like, damn, it's fucking James Earl Jones. The world changed. Climates, nations, all in upheaval. The earth.
Wow.
Transformed into a desert.
Wow, just 1 millennium off.
Yeah, literally.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
So literally gonna happen.
Yeah.
Known as the Cursed Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of people crowded into what was left of the few mega cities. I mean, they're very accurate.
They're just, dude, fucking nail on the head, dude. Wow.
This is from the source material, so that means this comic book probably 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
They were on the money. Where roving bands of street savages in LA created a violence the justice system could not control. Laws as we know it collapsed. From the decay rose a new order, a society ruled by a new elite force, a force with the power to dispense both justice and punishment. The police, the jury, the executioner, all in one. They were the judges. You're right.
Yeah, fucking nailed that, huh?
I was waiting for you to say it.
I nailed that, yeah.
We see a desert. In a futuristic, a guy in a futuristic ass suit, spaceship flying overhead. Like you see futuristic shit, right?
Okay.
The ships dock into this huge wall. And it's a prison. It was a prison shuttle.
Okay.
All right, that's what the ship was. You see all these parolees getting off. These are all these people who just got out of prison. These are people just getting released.
Right.
We see one of our leads, Rob Schneider.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah, it sucks that they have Filipinos in the future, though.
Yeah, even in the future. Well, Filipinos who are pretty much white.
Yeah.
We see Rob Schneider. His name's Herman Ferguson.
Okay.
Okay. He served his 6 months in prison.
Hermie Fergie.
He was a hacker.
Okay.
All right. They give him like a future, like his job. Like they give him immediately like some shitty job.
Okay.
And like an apartment, whatever.
Okay.
And they send him on his way. They let him re-enter the city.
Okay.
We see the mega city, bro, and it's awesome. You ever seen Fifth Element?
Yes.
It's on that set. You get the futuristic, the way the building skyscrapers go up. The shit, like it's things flying everywhere at different levels.
Yeah.
On some Jetson shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every futuristic thing.
Every futuristic thing ever.
Yeah.
What was that one?
Star Wars Episode 2.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Futurama.
Fifth Element. Futurama. Pretty much every future thing.
Everything. And they have like airways that are different levels. Yeah.
So.
No one ever merges.
No, you can't.
You never see anyone merge in the future.
It's impossible.
It's interesting.
You'll kill everybody. Schneider, he's just like looking around, and he hops in a futuristic cab and he flies through the city. Credits are just rolling, and they really show you the grand scale of this mega city.
Huge.
It's insane.
Right.
It just goes on and on and on, right? They go by nice neighborhoods, and Schneider's like, damn, drop me off here, right? And then they drop him off, though, in the hood where there's an active riot going on. Right? He's like, fuck this, man. Prison was better than this shit.
Right.
And he goes into his apartment. When he goes into his apartment, hey, Burner, Jeffrey Burner's here. You can't see him, Bean Mafia, but he's here.
And
Sam's here. You guys want to come say hi?
Yeah.
That's Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So the people listening, he is right in front of the screen.
Yeah.
He didn't bend down, so you can see his waist, but just know it's him.
Yeah.
And that's Sam. And they'll be dead soon.
Just like we planned.
Just like we planned. Like we told you at the beginning of the episode. So he goes into his apartment, and when he goes in, there's already a bunch of dudes in there.
Right.
And they're planning like a heist or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
They got guns and shit.
Right.
They grab him and they ask him like, "What the fuck are you doing here? Are you a judge spy or whatever?" He's like, "No." And he's like, they're like, "It's a block war outside." And they start busting out the windows, like shooting at this other gang.
Right.
They're shooting and killing innocent people. You see 2 cars pull up, right? Like 2 of the judges' cars. They have these cool futuristic motorcycles.
Right.
They get there. One's a woman, one's a guy. Right. The girl's name is Hershey. The guy's name is Brick. And they're like, yo, Hershey's like, this is Hershey. In position. Lots of fire. Requesting backup. We see a motorcycle in the distance.
Right.
And you see it like take off, right? And you see a motherfucker go through the flames, and he gets off his bike, and we see our lead, Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Okay? He's got like this cool, like you can only see like the judges' faces. You can only see like right here.
Okay.
All right? he stands in the middle of just like all these people shooting at him, right? And everybody in there, and one of the young cadet dude is like looking at Hershey, the girl cop, and she's like, "What is he doing? He's just standing there." And Judge Dredd looks around, and he has like an earpiece that connects to like a megaphone type shit, right? And he goes, "I am the law." Right? And he goes, "Drop your weapons. This is your final warning." The guys like look down and they're like, "Man, fuck that dude." And then one of the other guys is like, "Bro, that's Judge Dredd. Let's get the fuck out of here." And the leader guy grabs him, and is like, "You be afraid of me." And they start shooting, right? And Rob Schneider is like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, I didn't like. He has nothing to do with this. He's just like in the middle of all this, right? So they're shooting at the other cops. The Judge Dredd's still standing there, right? And then the other cops are like, "You should hide, like, Judge, like, Dredd, get out the way." And he like says some like cop ass shit of like how they're 700 meters away, the kind of caliber guns they have, the kind of caliber rounds they have, and how he's like 900 meters away. So there's it's nothing to worry about. Like he's just like
he knows
a machine,
right?
You know what I mean? And he pulls out his gun, and then his gun, like, bro, their guns. This is the best part of the movie. Their guns are futuristic, and they go off voice command.
Okay.
Like this shit's cool. Like even if it came out now, I'd be like, "Damn, that's a fire ass gun."
Okay.
Like he's like grenade. Grenade. Like it's like that.
Damn, that's fire.
It's fire. No, it's legit. Like, oh, that was ahead of his time. That was a really cool gun.
That's fire.
Like he blows up like where the guys are. You see Schneider's terrified, bro. He notices like this futuristic food cart going by, and then you see him like notice it, right? Cut back to Judge Dredd drops down into the room that Schneider was in, and he fucking kills everybody. Right? And he goes, "This room has been pacified." And then the rookie guy goes, "I got the next room. That's mine." And he's like, "Rookie, no!" And he opens the door and they spray the rookie up. Like a bunch of the bad guys, you know? And then Judge Dredd goes, "Drop your weapons and prepare to be judged."
Love it.
One of the bad guys tries to grab the cop's like guns, right? Like when the cop who died, like grabbed their guns. And one of the other bad guys goes, "No, don't do it. They're booby trapped." He grabs it and he tries to shoot and it fucking like kills him.
Damn.
Because they're voice activated. It has to be with the judge.
Right.
So he tells his gun like double whammy. Boom, shoots 2 bullets, kills 2 niggas.
Damn.
Oh, the gun's fire.
Yeah.
So the judge sees the leader and he looks at him and he goes, "Resisting arrest, 20 years. Assault with a weapon, 8 years. And code 13, murder of a street judge." And the bad guy goes, "Let me guess, life?" And he goes to grab a gun and try to kill Judge Dredd, and Judge Dredd goes, "Nope." Boom! Shoots him right in the head. Death. All right? And then he goes, "Court's adjourned."
Nice.
Yeah, he can't help it. He's Judge Dredd, bro. He can't help it.
Yeah.
So this is 95, baby. Yeah. Oh, bro, hero lines are in.
"Court's adjourned." Tell me someone heard that.
So the woman cop takes off her helmet.
Right.
It's Diane Lane.
Oh.
That's our lead.
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Diane Lane is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. So she's pissed off.
Right.
Right? And he's like, "Don't blame yourself, her."
What other movie did we do with Diane Lane? Oh. Robin Williams. Right? The one where he's a big kid?
Yes, she's the mom.
Yeah. What's his name?
Jennifer Lopez. Jack.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez does not die in that one.
No.
But she does break that nigga's heart.
Yeah.
And he almost dies because of it. So she's mad as fuck about, the young rookie cop dying.
Right.
Yada, yada, and then she's like, "Damn." And then Judge Dredd's like, "Don't blame yourself, Hershey. He made a mistake. It was his fault." Right. And she's like, "Damn, Judge." She goes, "Damn, Dredd, don't you have any emotions?" And then he's like, "Emotions are a crime." He says some shit like that. Not that, but he says some shit like how emotions, like, they're criminal.
Bitches.
Yeah, for pussies.
Yeah.
Woman.
Yeah.
Right? A droid comes, a little droid food truck goes by the hallway, and Judge Dredd just stops and goes, "Halt!" Grabs it, right? And he pulls a gun out on it. He goes, "You have 5 seconds to surrender." And Diane Lane's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" 5, 4. She's like, "What are you doing?" 3, 2. The door opens up. Schneider pops out. He's like, yo, chill. Right? And he goes, hiding in a droid, whatever food service, that's a 6-month crime. You're not supposed to do that, And then he puts up him against the wall, and then he has Hershey run his background. Right. And they find out, like, "Oh, you just got out of prison today, and you're already in trouble." And Rob Schneider's like, "Bro, I didn't do anything. Like, I just got home. Like, these guys were in my apartment. Like, I didn't even know who they were." And then he goes, "Well, for being, running with these criminals and doing this, right, and you're already your second sentence, you get no less than a 5-year sentence. How do you plead?" And then Rob Schneider's like, "Not guilty." He goes, "I thought you'd say that." He goes, "Bro, what do you mean? Like 5 years? Like, there's no way I can do that." He goes, you said you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation. He goes, what the fuck was I supposed to do? Jump out the window? He goes, yep. He goes, it's a 40-floor window. It's suicide. And he goes, yeah, but suicide's legal. Judge Dredd's a motherfucker, bro.
Dude, Jesus.
And then he goes, yo. And he's like, you can't do this to me. Case closed. You can't do this to me. The other judges take him away. 5 years, bro. No, please. No. They take him away.
Damn.
So Ralph Schneider just gets fucked, bro.
Right.
Legitimately, fucked. He did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So Hershey looks at him and goes, you know, Judge, what if he was telling the truth? You ever think about that? And he was just like here, and he didn't do anything. And then she goes, have you ever heard of extenuating circumstances, Judge Dredd? And he goes, Hershey, I heard it all. He leaves. He's a judge, bro. He's heard it all.
Right.
I will give him this. He has probably heard every excuse in the million, like in the book.
Right.
Now, does that make him a bad person?
He's definitely still wrong about this.
Oh, yeah, I think he's a little wrong at this one.
Yeah.
So at the Center for Police, right, they talk in this big council about the block wars, and it's becoming an epidemic, and they need stricter police code for criminals, yada, yada, right? The crimes are rising. They're like, we need to increase resources. Like, and then you see the head dude of the council. The head dude, you ever see Minority Report?
Yes.
The main guy in the Minority Report who ends up being a bad guy. He's like Tom Cruise.
That
actor. It's him. He's the chief of the whole judge council. Okay.
Wow. He just that's his sort of lane, huh?
Oh yeah. Bro, they got big name actors in this.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, it's also, we'll get there. So he goes, we need to increase resources, fellow members, but yada yada. This is a 65 million people. We have 65 million people in our city, and the city is only designed for 20.
Damn.
Okay, and it's Austin.
Yeah.
They go, so one of the guys pitches like, yo, I think we should have executions for smaller crimes.
Oof.
That's a way to get rid of a lot of these people.
Oof.
And the main judge is like, yo, hell no. Like, I'll take this badge off before I don't let it stand for freedom, because that's oppression.
Right.
All right. And the news is on the news, they're talking shit about Judge Dredd, this guy, because he's saying like, yo, this guy's a killer.
Right.
Like, this is crazy. We shouldn't be allowing this.
Right.
Like, he killed 7 people today.
Right.
7.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So our boy comes in. Our lead Judge Dredd comes in and to the Chief Justice Fargo's office, the head guy.
Right.
And the chief guy goes, stand at ease, Judge. And our lead takes off his helmet for the first time, and we see who it is. Sylvester Stallone.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, this movie's huge. You think it's this huge for no reason?
Okay.
You think you just heard about it for no reason?
That's fair. Damn, okay.
Yeah, cast is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
So he goes, so tell me, Judge, 7 executions today. Were they necessary? And Stallone's like, unavoidable, sir. He goes, okay. And then he tells him, like, you know, Judge, you're a legend among the young cadets. Do you remember your days as a cadet? And he's like, fondly, sir. He's like, well, starting tomorrow, you'll spend 2 days a week at the academy teaching ethics to them.
Oh, this guy's in charge of ethics? That's interesting.
So we see a prison, and a guy goes into the prison, and then he goes down into the basement. You remember in Kung Fu Panda where they go see the rhino, and it's like all those stories down underneath the prison?
Yeah.
It's like on some Nat shit.
Okay.
So there's a prison, and then underneath the prison, there's like a whole other prison.
Right.
Okay. And you see a guy, and he's like, you come here for a chat? And he's like, the guy it's the warden of the prison. He's like, just a short one. And the prisoner looks at him and goes, you know, we're both criminals down here. You behind your desk and me here, we're the same, right? And he goes, you killed the guy. The warden goes, you killed innocent people, Rico. And then Rico goes, you see the guy in the jail cell. You see him, he turns around, and he goes, the innocent eventually become perpetrators. Guilt, innocence, it's all a matter of timing. Okay? And then the guy goes, our benefactor sent you a package. And he cuts off the security thing, and then they have like all these guns pointed at him.
Right.
Like, not like actual people gun, like in the wall.
Like sentry guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hands him this little itty bitty it's like this big, this little metal thing, right? He hands it to him, and he goes, what is that? And Rico opens it, and his badge is inside of it. Like a judge badge, and it says Rico. So he clearly used to be a judge, right? And then behind it is a picture of the guy on the news who was talking shit about Judge Dredd.
Right.
Like a little picture of him, but you see it.
Right.
And the warden goes, what's all that, Rico? He goes, what is all that, Rico? And then Rico goes, nothing. just the meaning of life. And he laughs. And the warden goes, what's the meaning of life? And in the little box, he like hits a button and he goes, turns into a gun.
Oh, damn.
And he goes, that it ends. Bam!
Damn.
Kills him.
Damn, okay.
Kills him, right?
Okay.
All right. Soldiers comes down. So, of course, all these soldiers come down to help him. He hides. When they come down looking for him, he kills them.
Okay.
Okay. We see Dredd back at the academy. He's teaching all these young cadets how to use the cool guns.
Okay.
And how it works. All right. All these, he goes, all these toys you see here at the end of the day, in the dark, the only thing that counts is this. And he holds up a little book. And it's the law. Like it says, like the something, something law. Right. And he goes, because let me tell you something. You will be alone out there. And the only thing you'll have are these ideals until your last days, where you do the judge's walk into the desert earth to live your last days giving the law to the lawless outside of these cities.
Oh, damn.
To repent for everything you've done inside of them.
Damn.
Oh, it's deep. It's like, oh, damn, it made me want to read the comic book. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
That's intense.
And he goes, this is the commitment I expect from all of you. Class dismissed. So that is like their payment for where their crime is like at the end of their service, they have to leave the city.
You don't get to deal with the outlaws or whatever the fuck whatever the fuck is out.
And that's your punishment.
Yeah.
For killing people.
Okay.
So it's like, very fair.
In this world, it's like, why wouldn't you just be a judge? And it's like, oh, that's why.
Because at the end of you don't get a life.
Yeah.
All right. So we see the judges in the like in the locker room area, and Hershey comes up to him, and she goes, she goes, I was listening to what you were saying back there, and that's your truth. That's not the truth of us judges, because he was making it seem like they only have one life, and that's the law.
Right.
And he goes, it is the truth. And she goes, to you, I have a personal life. I have friends. And he goes, you've only been on the street a year, Hershey. You don't even understand the isolation. You don't even. He goes, she goes, what do you mean, Judge Dredd? You haven't ever heard of a friend? You've never had a friend before? He goes, yeah, once. And she goes, what happened? He walks off.
Right.
She goes, Dredd, what happened? He turns around. I judged him. And then he walks off. Yo, if that's not fire, suck my dick, dog. That's fuego.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good.
For a movie called Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see now why this movie, as people still, like, it's still alive.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's just, Ehsan, it's just too much fun.
Yeah, it seems fun.
He said.
I judged him. Yeah. Only thing missing was, and I dreaded it. That's the only thing that was missing. That was the only thing that was
missing. Yo, and I fucking dreaded it.
That was
damn, that needed you in the writer's room.
Yep.
So, you see a container ship dropping off all these dead bodies from the prison, right?
Right.
And when they drop them off, they lay down all the body bags, and you see a guy going through them, and Rico, the bad guy, busts out of one and kills the guy.
Right.
So we see him now escaped, walking on the streets. He's looking at the news. He sees the reporter guy that he has a picture of talking shit about Judge Dredd.
Right.
Okay? He goes in this, like, pretty much what would be like a pawn shop.
Okay.
And he goes in a place, and he comes up to the guy running the counter, and he's like, hey, you have a package for me, code name Lazarus. And the guy's like, all right, hold on one sec. And he's looking around. He's like, man, you got a nice place, a lot of antiques. And he sees this old warrior robot, like huge.
Right.
Okay, like a fucking warrior kind of robot. And he goes, I thought they didn't make these anymore. And the guy goes, yeah, they don't, but I still collect them. And then he grabs he gives a box to Rico. He opens it. It has all of his judge stuff.
Oh,
his
damn.
gun, his outfit, his everything.
Damn.
Okay? I told you, bro, it's fire. It's like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
So he goes to touch it. And he goes to touch the gun. And the guy goes, hey, whoa, bro. He goes, don't touch that. That's a lawgiver. That's for judges' hands only, man. You touch that shit, it'll take your arm off. And then Rico goes, huh, really? And he grabs it and he points it at him. And he's like, how you like that? Must be a judge. Boom, shoots him right in the head.
Oh, well, that was unnecessary, man.
Rico's bad.
Yeah, but he gave you your package.
He literally did nothing wrong. And he was trying to help you.
Yeah.
He was like, bro.
Yeah, he's your go-between. Who's your benefactor? Your benefactor might be like, what the fuck, dude? I benefacted you.
I didn't say kill my friend. Yeah. That was my friend Greg.
Yeah, dude. Jesus, man.
And you said a cool line to him. You said, I watched on camera. You say a line to him before you killed him?
What? This was a mistake.
So Rico messes with the wiring of the huge robot. It cuts on.
Right.
All right? And, bro, this robot, as a kid, when I saw this movie, always terrified me. Still to this day. Looking at it now, it's just his eyes are blood red, and he's brown, and it's huge.
Right.
And it's not CGI. They went actual.
Right, like
thing.
robot.
That's the only thing that makes this movie interesting is they couldn't decide whether they wanted to do actual effects like Star Wars or CGI because it was the 90s.
Okay,
so some of it looks great, and some of it looks insanely bad.
Okay.
And so that's also what makes this movie. I was watching it going, bro.
Yeah.
Why
would they make these decisions?
This is the greatest
Go one
movie
way or the
I've
other.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Yo, but it's the 90s. You can't. You don't want to not use CGI because everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. Right. And it's like this thing, but the CGI is bad.
It's bad, but you don't want to be lame and not using it. So you're in this pickle.
Dude, the 90s were a fever dream, bro.
It was the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
Yo, all the best movies were made in the 90s because this is. Have you ever heard this movie before or since?
No.
This is an original.
Yeah, this is original. It's not a remake.
This is not a remake, bro. So that's also why I think a lot of these movies made so much money back then. Whether they were cheesy or good or not, is because at least people were going and seeing something they hadn't seen.
We just hadn't seen it before.
Yeah. That's why movies were good.
Yeah.
So Rico.
Can't wait till they make the all-female version of Judge Dredd.
Judge Glorious?
Yeah, Judge Dreddina.
Judge Eliza.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Judge Bitch Sam, I would watch.
Yeah. And then she goes and wrong pronouns, 30 years.
So the robot comes alive, bro, and the robot goes, status. And then Rico goes, bodyguard. Commander, Rico, mission. We're going to war. War. And that's it. The robot's like,
right. Do I recognize Rico?
You might. He's everyone in there is a famous actor. Okay. But he's somebody I don't know his name.
Okay.
Everyone else I just know their name or I can recognize, but like him is like you'd have to see him and you probably recognize his name. You know what I mean? I guess I could just show you him, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I do have a fucking laptop in front of me.
Yeah.
And I could easily just goddamn show you.
Ahmad Ehsan.
This guy.
Okay.
That's Rico.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Oh, wow. He looks like a bad guy. It's like a bad guy cast.
Oh, yeah. And then here, I'll show you what Judge Dredd looks like.
Odysseus. Okay, so
he's an American gangster.
Okay.
In the Odyssey. But Judge Dredd, definitely, I mean, he's the villain in this, so yeah.
Right.
Here, let me show you what our boy Judge Dreddy looks like. See what I mean?
Okay.
Like, that's what the outfit looks like.
Okay. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty 90s.
It's very 90s, but the helmet and everything, like, man, if they made it now, they can make it so cool.
Yeah, they can make it. They'd make it a little more gritty. You know?
Oh, yeah. So, the reporter, remember that reporter? He's talking to his wife.
Right.
And he has a bunch of shit on the judges, and, like, he's saying he's going to turn it all in, and, like, he's going to bring the whole system down.
Right.
And the wife is like, honey, you got to be careful. You know, are you crazy? Like, they might come for you for this. He's like, honey, this system's a problem, and we can't keep living like this.
Right.
The city, like, these guys are just killing people. The reporter's right. The reporter's like, this is not cool.
Right.
Like, we're just letting this random cop kill everybody? That's crazy.
That's wild.
Right while he's saying all this, a judge busts in, and he looks at him, and he has Dredd's name tag. And he goes, Dredd? No! And he kills both the dude and his wife.
Damn.
Okay? And then the camera pans, like, you see Dredd leave, and the camera pans up, there's a camera.
Okay.
All right? So, cut to Hershey pulls over this guy, and this guy's, like, being an asshole to her, and he has, like, what would be, like, a futuristic Ferrari. Clearly, like, a rich guy.
Right.
And the guy's talking shit, and then right then, Judge Dredd walks up, and the guy keeps talking shit. And then finally the guy goes, look, man, fuck you, judges. Tell me the price so I can pay for it and just get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And the Judge Dredd goes, this is a code 9. Because I'm going through your thing and you've like done all these other street violations.
Right.
And this is a code 9. And the guy goes, so what does that mean? You're going to tell me? He goes, no, this is your 4th offense. How do you plead? And the guy goes, not guilty. And he goes, I knew you'd say that. Boom! Blows up his fucking car.
Damn.
And the guy's like, what the fuck, man? Judge Dredd goes to walk off. Right then, a bunch of other judges come up, like 15 judges. Guns right at Judge Dredd.
Right.
And Hershey's like, what is all this? And Judge Dredd they go, Judge Dredd, you're under arrest. And Hershey goes, what's the charge? And then the judges go, murder.
Damn.
All right?
Damn, this moves quick, at least.
Oh, you want to know how long this movie is?
90 minutes.
Hour and 29 minutes.
Woo!
It's legitimately, bro, say what you want about the cheesy lines, yada, yada. This movie doesn't not flow. It flows beautifully.
Right.
I was watching. I was like, wow, this kept me entertained the whole time.
Yeah, this is very entertaining.
I have no idea what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Rob Schneider's in it.
Just for a second.
And they're like, that was great.
Yeah.
Also, very 90s to put a comedian in the beginning. Like,
right,
you know what I mean?
It's
like,
a very 90s thing.
Very 90s thing to do. So we see the chief come visit Dredd in his jail cell.
Right.
Okay? And the chief looks at him, and Judge Dredd gets up, and he goes, Dredd, is it true? And Judge Dredd goes, I'm innocent. He goes, Dredd, the council have full evidence against you. And then Judge Dredd looks at him and like gets in his face and goes, do you believe it? And the judge goes, And he goes like he's about to say something, and then Judge gets closer. Do you believe it? And he goes, I just needed to look in your eyes, son, for myself. I'm sorry I even asked. Like, he respects him. He's like, man, like, I knew you didn't do that shit.
Right.
And then Judge Dredd sits back down and he goes, I would never disgrace the council, sir. And then he goes, have you picked someone to defend you? And he goes, I picked Hershey. He goes, Hershey? He goes, she was at the top of our class in the tribunal law, and I trust her, sir.
Right.
He goes, okay. And he goes, Judge Dredd. No, and then he goes, Chief. And the chief turns around and he goes, I'm sorry about this. And the chief goes, like, kind of nods.
Right.
Closes the cell. Mm-hmm. Cut to the hearing. It does move just like, oh, we're here.
Yeah.
So at the hearing, they play the tape back over and over in front of Dredd, right?
Right.
And then they're like, finally, like the lead judge is like, stop the video. This is the evidence for the defendant that shows that he's guilty. And then Hershey goes, like, it's her time to talk, right? And she goes, one of our cadets who knows like all this crazy shit about technology and like all this stuff, and he shows that it's truly, if you look, it's a blurry image of the judge's face.
Right.
There's no way to tell if that's him. Everyone knows badges can be replaced, guns can be duplicated, all this stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't think that tape should be evidence in this case, you know. And I ask you to take it out as evidence for the rest of this ruling.
Right.
And the chief looks at it and he goes, objection sustained. And the other counsel goes, what the fuck? And he's like, sustained. Mm-hmm. She's right. And then everyone's like, you see all the cadets, they're all in the back, they're all happy because they love Judge Dredd.
Right.
And then Hershey smiles at him and she's like, you owe me one. Okay? And then the judge, like, even Judge Dredd smiles for the first time.
Right.
The other lawyer goes, well, I didn't want to have to do this. I didn't want to have to use this, but I have to access secret information. Central. And then you see like a computer like that runs everything. He goes, right. Yes. Are you online? Online. Chief Justice Magruder. And they go, can you describe the gun that was used to murder him? And they go, yes. It was a Lawmaker, Model 2. And how do they work? They're like, well, it's coded to a personal DNA to the judge using the weapon. And she goes, but there is a failsafe that they don't tell the judges about. And then Judge Dredd's face goes like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, it's for security. The DNA is obtained from our medical files and updated every bullet used. So each bullet ever used
has the judge's DNA in it.
Has the judge's DNA on it.
Okay.
So you know who shot that bitch.
Okay.
And then you see Judge Dredd's face like, what the fuck? Right? And then Hershey's like, oh, wait, this can't be you. We didn't know about this. And they go, quiet. And they go, Central, were the bullets recovered of this crime? Were the bullets recovered from this crime? Central goes, yes. And were the DNA of the bullets coded? Absolutely, Judge. And what were the results? The DNA is a perfect match for Judge Dredd. Everyone's, oh! Judge Dredd goes, it's impossible. The evidence is false. I never broke the law. I am the law. I am the law. Right? Going crazy, bro.
Right.
That's also the tagline of the movie.
I am the
Judge
law.
Dredd, I am the law.
Okay.
So that's like, I guess I'm sure his comic book, you know.
Right.
So Hershey can't believe it, and she's looking at him like, did you do this?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the chief is talking to another, like, so the chief, you know, the big chief, he's outside, and he can't believe it. And one of the other judges come up. Remember the judge who in that big council said, like, oh, they need to kill people for lesser crimes?
Right.
He comes up to him, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry, chief, right? And the chief is crying. He's like, how could I be wrong? Both of them? Homicidal? And the Judge Griffin goes, sir? And he goes, only this time. I can't cover it up. I just can't. And the guy goes, Chief Justice, we buried the Janus Project 9 years ago, along with Rico and his victims. No one knows about that, sir. And he goes, no, but the media knows how close I am with Dredd. If they find out any of this, it's a way to ruin our system.
Right.
What we have left. And the guy goes, there is a way out, Chief Justice. The long walk. He looks at him. He goes, that's a death sentence, Judge Griffin. And he goes, yes, but it'll allow the Janus Project to remain a secret if you're gone.
Damn.
Okay? So they gather back into the tribunal. We find Joseph Dredd guilty as charged. And Dredd is just like,
damn.
Like, he can't believe it, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously. You know, he's like, I mean, also, my biggest nightmare, and I've had this dream sometimes, is getting falsely accused for something.
Right.
My biggest
That's a
nightmare.
Huge nightmare.
Where you're like, and there's nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is, Sam said, is it a common nightmare? Let us know, Bean Mafia, if you've ever had that nightmare. I had that nightmare multiple times. Where I'm getting completely framed.
I've definitely thought about it, for sure. Absolutely.
Terrifying.
Absolutely, yeah.
The most terrifying thing, rather just die.
Right, yeah.
Framing me?
Yeah.
And there's no
like
way out of
a
it?
good job of it, too?
Like, bro, you frame me a little bit and it set up all these traps that I walk myself into the rest of the way.
Yeah. Oh, God. So I did everything but the actual crime.
Yeah.
Oof. I've thought about it.
Monsters, genius. But
yeah.
I would also be impressed.
Right.
But I would be like, man, who did this to me?
Yeah.
Who took this much effort? So they go, Dredd, the law allows one punishment for your crime. Death. However, the last order of a retired senior judge must be carried out. And so I step down. Oh, everyone's like, oh, right? As I leave to take my long walk into the cursed earth, I ask my fellow judges, honor my last order. Be lenient on Judge Dredd. The other judge gets up and he goes, It will be honored. Thank you. Dredd, step forward. The sentence, life in prison at penal colony to be carried out immediately. And then Hershey demands an appeal, and then he goes, accept the decision, Judge Hershey. And Judge Hershey gets quiet, and she looks at Dredd. She's like, I'm so sorry, Dredd. Mm-hmm. I let you down. You did your best, Hershey. Thank you. They take Dredd away.
Right.
Take his armor. You see him taking off. They strip all his armors off. Garb him in his garb of justice. They take off his badge and his gun, and you see that shit like hurts him, obviously.
Yeah.
And then they put him in cuffs. We see the chief judge. They got him in a big brown coat, and they walk him up to the doors, and you see all the other cadets, like they're crying. They hold their guns up, and he walks through the guns.
Right.
And then the doors open. And then once the doors open, the chief starts crying, and he walks out, doors close. They give him a gun. Oh, they give him a gun before he leaves.
Okay.
And then that's it. Like, bro, it's just, you see, like when you open it, it's just sun and then just barren wasteland forever.
Damn.
So it's a death sentence.
Right.
All right? Doors close. Hershey goes to Dredd's locker. And she breaks into it. She starts snooping around, just trying to find anything that can help her.
Right.
Right? She finds a picture of baby Dredd. She's like, I can't believe it. Dredd was a baby? And she laughs to herself.
Right.
And then there's another picture behind it, like behind that frame. And she looks at it. And it's a picture of him and Rico.
Okay.
She's like, who's this?
That's his friend. Oh, damn.
This gets deep, bro. You thought they didn't put a little bit of writing into this?
Damn. That's crazy.
So we see the judge who convinced Chief to walk into his office, right?
Right.
Who convinced the Chief to walk through the walk thing.
Yeah.
He goes into his office. Rico is there. And the
Right.
robot.
Damn.
Chief Justice Griffin, how you doing? And then Chief Griffin's like, hey, we were supposed to meet somewhere safe. Are you crazy? And he goes, what do you mean? And the robot like stands up and gets in his face. And he's like, and the guy goes, what's not safe about here? The reporter's dead. Chief's on the walk. Dredd's in prison. What's not safe? Right? And then he goes, I could have used Dredd. Dredd was a good judge. He could have been used for other things. And then Rico's like, forget Dredd. He worships the law. You let him see. Let him see what it's like to freeze in prison for a little while. Let him see what it's like to be fucking me. And then he asks, he goes, what about Project Janice? Is it done? He goes, you'll see it. And he goes, when? And the guy's like, soon enough. In the meantime, I need something from you, Rico. And Rico's like, what? Chaos. I want fear racing through every street. Then the council will have to turn to me and my Project Janice.
Okay.
All right? And then Rico goes, you want fear? I am fear. You want chaos? I'm chaos. You want a new beginning? I'm fucking it.
Nice.
And he cocks his gun, right?
Nice.
We see Dredd on his plane to prison. Mm-hmm. He's in his seat. He's just kind of looking around. Just can't believe it. The guy next to him's knocked out.
Right.
He wakes up. It's Rob Schneider.
Oh, Rob Schneider's back.
Schneidi. So he covered, he's looking at him. He's like looking at Judge Dredd, and then he does this. And he's like, Dredd! And then Dredd covers his mouth, right? But the guy behind him notices it and then does the same thing. And he's like, And he goes, what are you doing here? And he goes, I was convicted of a crime wrongly. And Schneider laughs. Wow. What are the odds? Two wrongly convicted criminals sitting right next to each other. And he goes, what do you mean? You were judged. What? Yeah, you judged me. 5 years. Huh? 5 years for saving my own ass? huh? You made a fucking mistake. And he goes, the law doesn't make mistakes. He goes, oh, if the law doesn't make mistakes, Mr. Dredd, then how do you explain where you are right now? How do you explain what happened to you? And then Judge Dredd doesn't say anything. It's like, you can't. Mr. I am the law. I am the law.
Yeah. He deserves this.
Oh, yeah, he deserves all this. He goes, maybe this is just poetic justice. Right then, a guy behind them grabs a knife out of his boot.
Right.
Right? You see some fucking outlaws on the barren wasteland. And one of them goes, we got a shuttle coming up, Paul. And then Paul goes, praise the Lord for bringing us this bounty for my sons. Prepare to harvest. Right? You see the guy gets out of his seat and he's about to stab Dredd. Dredd grabs him. He's like, it's payback, Dredd. Dredd catches the knife and then punches the shit out of the guy. Right then, one of the sons outlaws shoots the fucking ship down.
Right.
Dredd. Everything starts blowing up. They crash land.
Right.
Okay? So you see Hershey, cut back to, she runs in. She starts like scanning the picture, to try and find out who this fucking dude is in the picture with Dredd.
Right.
When she does, the computer cuts off.
Oh.
Your authority on this is removed. Judge Hershey.
Oh, and they know who does it too.
She's like, what the fuck? So a bunch of judges come up on the shuttle. A bunch of judges come up on the crash shuttle.
Okay.
And they go, Judge Griffin, no sign of Dredd. And Griffin's like, no, God damn it. No one survives this crash. No one. And right then the pilot is like, and they're like, the pilot is alive, sir. And Griffin goes, no one survives. And the pilot's like, Judge, poof, kills him.
Damn.
Right? They cut to like they're looking for Dredd. Mm-hmm. Dredd is tied up on a pole, hanging with next to Rob Schneider. It's just them two.
Yeah.
And he comes to, and Schneider wakes up and he's like, am I dead? Am I dead? What the fuck? And we see these fucking crazy looking motherfuckers come in.
Right, okay.
All right? These outlaw, their faces are all fucked up. They've been living clearly in the wasteland.
In the wasteland, okay.
And they're like, you awake? Good. One of them is literally a half robot, half man.
Okay, so they're fucked up.
Fucked up. Mm-hmm. And he's huge. And then fucking Schneider goes, Dredd, do something. And then Judge Dredd's like, you just talk too much, man. And the guy's looking at him and he does the thing and he's like, Dredd, can it be? And they check his tattoo and he has a judge tattoo on his arm.
Okay.
All right. And they're like, the great man of the law himself. Oh, Lord, you blessed us indeed. Judge Rat Dredd. And then he goes, the judge just looks at him and he goes, you creeps are under arrest. And then one of the fucking the half robot son who's like retarded, grabs a knife out of his one of his arms like a robot knife.
Right.
He's like, let me crush him, Paul. And then Schneider's like, yo, we are together. I'm not with this guy. I literally just met him.
Right.
Right. And the father intros the whole family, tells them all one by one. And then when he gets to the retarded half robot kid, he's like, and this one's mean. We had to make some alterations to him as a child. He goes, right now, I got him set on one. And you see his head, and there's a little dial on his head.
Right.
He goes, don't make him angry. And then Judge is looking at him, and he goes, the legendary Angel family. Pirates, murderers, scavengers, and of course, scumbags. And they all laugh. And he goes, did I leave something out, Paul? And Dredd starts talking shit to him. And then the mean dude headbutts the shit out of Dredd. Boom! With his half robot head.
Damn.
Dredd just starts bleeding immediately, just gushing, right?
Damn.
Schneider starts yelling, oh, hallelujah! Kill him!
Man, you're really flip-flopping on this.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Brother, praise Jesus, I'm a believer. And they go, you're a believer? He goes, hell yeah, I am, brother. I'm a believer. I swear I love Jesus. And they go, cut him down. And then Dredd's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Chill. Stop. And he goes, no, I don't know you. Go and tell it on the mountain, Lord. I'm coming home, right? And he goes, you're making a mistake. And they cut him free. And he gets down and he looks at Judge Dredd and he goes, maybe the law don't make mistakes because I'm free and you're toast. And Judge Dredd goes, no, you're toast. Your new friends, cannibals. And they start, he's like, what? And he turns around and he notices in the other room, bro, they've been eating people. Like the other, like they've been just eating motherfuckers, bro.
Oh, damn.
And he's like, huh. And he's like, no. And they start grabbing him and like cutting up his clothes to get to eat him. And he's like, no, I have warts. I got gonorrhea. Seriously, you don't want to fucking eat me. Eat Dredd. He works out.
Right.
Eat him. And then Dredd, right then, while they're doing this, Dredd gets his hands loose. And the father cuts the mean son's head to 10.
Right.
And he's like, have fun, son. And he walks off. Bro, right then, fucking Dredd cuts himself free and him and the fucking dude start fighting.
Damn.
He starts fucking him up. Dredd gets a gun, kills one of the brothers, then kills another brother, and then Paul is about to kill Dredd. Someone shoots Paul. You don't see who. Someone just shoots him. Bam.
Right.
All right. Then you see all the judges, right then they come in. Judge Dredd starts fucking them up. He starts killing them. He kills a bunch of them. Snyder is just standing in the carnage fight, and finally, like, he opens his eyes and it's all over.
Right.
And he looks at Judge Dredd and he's like, "We did it.
Yeah.
We got them all. You fucking pussies." Right. And then right then Dredd grabs him and he goes, "Are you crying?" And you see Snyder's got tears. He's like, No, I just got something in my eye." And then right when he says it, he goes, "Dredd, look out." A guy's about to kill Judge Dredd. Boom, someone shoots him. They turn. It's Chief Justice.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, "Chief." He's like, "Joseph, together again, huh?" And they laugh. Bam! He gets stabbed through the fucking chest.
Damn. This is crazy. This is like
this
The
movie's
Departed.
awesome. I told you, bro, this movie is fun. They did something in the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he gets stabbed through the chest. He drops. It's by the mean guy. Dredd yells, "No!" They start fighting. Dredd the guy's like, "You killed my brothers. You killed my Paul." Dredd dodges a punch as the guy stabs in the wall. He rips out some electricity things and fucking electrocutes him.
Okay.
After
Nice.
he goes, "Electrical wires, code something violation. How do you plead?" And the guy goes, "Ah!" He goes, "I thought you'd say that." And then he electrocutes him.
Nice.
Pretty fire.
Nice.
Gotta hit a nigga with a line, bro. You can't just kill people.
Always, yeah.
So Hershey,
Always, no matter what.
Always.
Hit him with a line if you murder someone.
if you're gonna
time.
murder someone though, I would say a line.
Yeah.
That's what makes Pulp Fiction so fire. Is that it's like a realistic version of a line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Samuel Jackson says the prayer.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, this is scary.
Yeah, that's really scary.
That's legitimately terrifying. So Hershey walks with the young cadet, and she shows him the picture and lets him know what to do. The young cadet does all this technology shit, like usually because he's smart, knows all this stuff, and he lets her know, like, "Yo, this picture's not real."
Right.
And she's like, "What?" And it's the picture of the family, like with the baby Dredd. She's
Right.
like, "Yeah, it's not real." Like, she's like, "The backdrop's fake, and these parents, they're digital images. They're not real." And they're like, "What?" She's like, "What, is the baby real?" And he's like, "That's the only thing that's real in this picture."
Oh, interesting.
And they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" So you see Chief and Dredd, they're talking as he's dying. And the Chief goes, "Being a judge, Joseph, is too much power in one's hands. We once tried to compensate. We tried to make the perfect judge. We called the project Janus. Years ago, DNA samples were taken. Some of mine and all the top judges. We used it to make the best qualities in a person. We created you, Joseph. We made you."
Oh, wow.
Dredd's like, "What the fuck?" Right? He goes, You didn't create me, sir. I had a family."
We took a bunch of dude DNA and thought that could make the perfect person.
The perfect dude.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of did.
Yeah.
And
Dredd, you're totally radical.
You know how I know? I fucking made you.
Yeah.
He goes, "You didn't create me. I had a family, sir. You told me they were killed when I was young." I lied. "I have a picture of them." Fake. We lied to the both of you. Both. There were two that were created, Joseph. Something went wrong with the other. For some reason, he wasn't made into the perfect judge, but the perfect criminal. You were best friends at the academy. He turned on you. You judged him. Rico? Rico? You let me judge my own brother? You never told me, sir? I couldn't. You were a son to me, Joseph. My life is a lie. Rico had to execute. He goes, so Rico's alive? And he goes, yes, and he killed those people. Chief says, and the chief goes, "It was Judge Griffin. Him and Rico have to be working together. They've killed me. They have destroyed you. Find them, Joseph." He dies. Schneider is like, "What do we do?" "Find Rico."
Bro, that was the best part of the MLK.
Yeah.
Remember? Oh, bro. So yesterday was MLK Day, and the NBA was running a promo, like remembering MLK, but had fucking fire electric guitar behind it.
Fire.
Yeah.
They were like, he had a dream.
Bum bum. I.
A dream?
Bum bum.
To bring together the races. A dream to stand on one's moral ground. This man was Martin Luther King.
It was insane.
And he was one bad dude.
Yeah.
Shades hit his face.
Dude, that was wild, bro. You know what I was thinking? Because like there's Martin Luther King Jr. Day sales now.
Yes.
We're like, what, like 20 years away from 9/11 sales?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And you can get like a really cheap airplane tickets and like
these prices are going down and shit like that, bro. Easily. I can sell that. Oh,
I hope they're all 9/11 things. Like you can get cheap stocks
yeah.
and you can get cheap airplane tickets and cheap bomb, and box cutters are free.
Yeah. Everyone gets a box cutter. You get a box cutter. You get a box
Everyone gets a box cutter with every purchase of a Happy Meal.
Yeah, you get a box cutter.
A kid's like, mine's rainbow colored.
Yeah.
So they take Rico to the Janice lab, right?
Yeah.
And we see this Asian doctor, this really hot woman.
Right.
And her and Rico kind of get into it. They start arguing. Mm-hmm. And he tells her, like, yo, this guy, the Officer Griffin, the Judge Griffin's like, yo, she's been here a while. You're going to need her. Mm-hmm. And they start bickering back and forth. And then he goes, look, let's not bicker. We have the same goal, order in society, right? So we see the city getting bombed like crazy. And you see judges getting killed, bro. Just getting fucking assassinated throughout the city. They're dying like crazy. You see Rico's big robot kills a bunch of judges in the street, and Rico's just watching from like an upstairs window like, my boy, right? Dredd and Snyder make it to the edge of the city. And they're trying to find a way in. They're looking at the wall.
Right.
And Judge Dredd said there's only one way in. Schneider's like, how do we get in? He goes, a vent to the city through the incinerator. He goes, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, there's a tube. You can run through it. You have 30 seconds before every flame goes off.
Right.
And he goes, these refugees did it. And he goes, what, did they make it through? No, they were roasted. But the theory was pretty sound. And Schneider's like, what? Right? Cut to the council's having a meeting.
Right.
And they're like, 96 judges have been assassinated.
Damn.
Okay? We can't replace them. We won't be at full strength for years. We got to protect the city. And then Griffin goes, how about Project Janice? And they're like, no, we can't play God. We did it before and it didn't work. We can't be doing things like that. And then they're like, test tube babies won't save us. We don't need judges 20 years from now. We need them now. And then they go, we've advanced the technology. We can create adults. Release the Janice files. And if the council doesn't want to go forward, I'll step down and resign myself.
Damn.
And then the other council kind of looks at each other like, fuck, what do we do, right?
Right.
Schneider and Dredd get to the tunnel. And he's like, you ready? And Schneider's like, no! And he goes, and then they stop, right? And the fire busts through the thing. Right. And they kind of have to stand back. And he goes, come on. He goes, no, there's a maniac loose in the city, and there's one out here too. This is all your fault. If you hadn't arrested me, we wouldn't be here in the first place. Why don't you just kill me now? Boom! Fire comes out the thing. They're like, right?
Right.
And he goes, he's like, I'm never going to do that. He goes, come on, let's go. He goes, well, why don't you just apologize to me? The law can't apologize. I don't want an apology from the law. I want an apology from you. I've never apologized before. And then right then, boom, the fire comes through, and then Stallone goes, run! And he takes off, and Schneider's like, ah! And they take off, they're sprinting through the thing. Schneider trips and falls. He's like, no, Dredd, I don't want to die. Dredd comes back, grabs him. They run. The fire's coming up on them. They're not going to make it. He shoots the floor out. They fall through the floor.
Damn.
Right? They land in like a bunch of ashes. And Schneider, like, he raises up out of the ashes. He's like, I'm alive. Oh my God, I'm alive. And you see Dredd raise up out the ashes. And then Schneider goes, oh, you're alive. So the council, they decide to go through with Janice. They access the files. They do it. Cut back to Schneider distract the guy in the judge's locker room.
Right.
And Judge Dredd knocks the guy out, right? And then Judge Dredd starts taking off all his clothes. And Schneider goes, Dredd, we don't have time for this.
Nice.
Dude, comedic relief.
Right.
Schneider, so Central Computer tells them that they can make, tells the judge council they can make full adults in 8 hours.
Damn.
And they're like, my God. They're like, we can replace our losses.
Right.
Dredd, you see Dredd walking through the halls, right? Some of the judges, they're like, yo, I don't think we should do this. Like, we're playing God. We're creating people. This is too much power. I don't think we should do this, yada, yada, right? And then they go, we're not going to go with Janice. They're about to cut it off. And then Griffin goes, do not cut it off. Leave them open. And they go, Griffin, you just said that if we didn't want to do it. And he goes, we're running Project Janice. Griffin, this is treason. No, You have sealed your fates. Rico! Rico comes in, just kills all the judges.
Damn.
All right? Right then, you see a guy, Dredd knocks a guy out, and he busts into the room. Him and Rico have guns on each other. Rico, Joseph. They're staring at each other. Right then, Rico takes off sprinting, right? He runs away. And then Judge goes, and he puts it on Griffin. He goes, you're under arrest, Griffin. And then Griffin goes, oh, am I? And he shoots his arm, and he goes, He goes, Judge Dredd here, he's trying to kill me. A million judges run in the room, right? Mm-hmm. Judge Dredd has to take off.
Right.
Him and Snyder take off. They hop on a motorcycle. They shoot out a wall. They take off through the city. The judge is hot on their ass. Great chase scene. Okay. But again, it goes back and forth between being amazing and the craziest effects you've ever seen.
Right.
Just the worst effects of like fire and them going through like fake fire and one up in the city. And then you see them like land in this clearly thing that they built with their hands.
Right.
And it's like, well, that looks good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, I do know.
You can't go CGI and special effects and real effects unless you're doing it in like today's
2019, dude. Like, it's like,
but you still can't just go. If you just go CGI, even in 2022,
it looks bad.
Right. You have to go real effects, CGI background.
Right.
The background, we can't really tell the difference.
Right.
Bro, like, are you on a ship or are you not? I can tell.
Right.
We can tell.
Right.
So it's crazy that they don't, like, every movie doesn't go real effects. I mean, I get that it costs more, but it's like, well, you'll make more.
Well, that's not how they're thinking about making money, though. They're thinking about making money now in terms of reboots and whatever.
Yeah. But if you're going to reboot something, like even like the reason why Force Awakens was so good was that it wasn't like the prequels. They used real effects with the background of CGI. Yeah. Now, the second two movies after that were just terrible.
Right.
They might as well have made all of it CG animated. Right. Because they sucked.
Right.
And you didn't need any of that. Mm-hmm. Actually, they could have made everyone little poop sticky figures.
Ooh, that would have been interesting. At least that would have been something.
It'd be like, yo, this movie's, the writing was bad, but they were all poop figures.
They were all poopy figures. All little poopies.
So they make their escape, right? Dredd goes to find Hershey. He goes to her apartment. She pulls a gun on him. And she's like, we're dying, Dredd. What the hell's going on? And he goes, you think I'm part of this? And she goes, I don't know who you are or what you are. And he grabs her gun and he lowers it. He goes, you know I would never do anything to hurt you, Hershey. And you know that. And she kind of stops. And she shows him the pic of him and his brother. She goes, well, tell me about him. His name's Rico. And he's my brother. So Rico's back in the lab.
Yeah.
And they're trashing, and he tells them to trash the original DNA sample. You know, the one that made Judge Dredd.
Right.
He goes, we're using a new one. And then he gives his DNA sample.
Oh.
The Asian girl is like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? This wasn't part of the plan. Rico doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Dredd tells Hershey who he really is. He says that, he was made in a lab. He's a test tube baby, yada, yada. You see, he uses Schneider, because Schneider's a hacker, to try to hack into, get into the computer files so they can look up Janice.
Right.
Hershey figures out where they're hiding, where the lab is.
Right.
And Hershey uses that, and then she does some judge shit and figures out where the lab is, where they're hiding. Right. And she goes, you owe me twice now, Dredd.
Right.
Right? They take off. Griffin comes to see Rico, and he finds out that Rico used his own blood sample.
Right.
He goes, what the fuck were you doing, man? That was from the best judges. That was to make the best person. What'd you replace it with? And Rico smiles, and he goes, congratulate me. I'm about to be a daddy. Right? Dude, fire. Absolute fuego.
Right.
And he goes, these will be mine to control. And Griffin tries to stop him, and the big robot grabs Griffin.
Damn.
And he goes, Central, help me. And then Central goes, sorry, Chief Justice. That robot is not a part of my coding. Right? And then he goes, robot, rip his arms off. And then his legs. Save his head for last. I want him to see it. And then you see the robot. Bro, this shit fucked me up as a kid. He rips this nigga's arms off.
Well, you deserve it, Griffin. You thought you could play God?
Yeah, whenever you try to play God, you lose.
Yeah, it never works.
It's like that scene in Dark Knight where Bane is like, do you feel powerful?
Right.
And he just has his hand on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, that is real power right there. So we see our boys sneak into the vents, Schneider and Hershey and Dredd. And they come through and they get in, they start snooping around. Right then the big robot finds them and it shoots Snyder in the stomach.
Oh no.
All right. Grabs Hershey, Dredd shoots it and stops it. Right then Rico comes in. He's like, drop your gun or I tell the robot to break her neck. And the robot he's like, all right. Dredd drops it. The Asian girl, she grabs a gun, right, and holds it on them as well. They make Dredd step inside and the lab doors close. Okay. So she's looking at him, and she goes, the Asian girl, she's like, wow, he looks just like you. And then Rico's like, he is me. And Dredd's like, I'm not you. And so they go, send in the clones. You see the clones drop down from the ceiling?
Right.
They're like almost born.
Okay.
They look like aliens or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But one of them's eyes open up.
Okay.
All right? Schneider is still alive, and he's talking to Hershey.
Yeah.
And she's like, you alive? And he's like, technically, he's bleeding out, right? Yeah. So Rico is like, yo, we're going to create people. We're not going to call them judges. I'm going to call them human. They're going to be mine. He goes, and then Dredd's like, I should have put you down my stealth. He goes, no. He goes, you know what I never understood, Dredd? Why'd you judge me? He goes, you betrayed the law. The law? I betrayed this. I was your brother. I was your blood, your friend. You stop being a slave, Dredd. Grow up. I'm your fucking family. The only one you ever had. So you choose. And Dredd goes, the best thing you can do is kill me. It's your only chance, brother. And then he gets all mad. The doors open up.
Talk about an awkward Thanksgiving.
Dude.
Yeah.
Talk about weird.
Yeah, dude.
Them just eating at the table, just looking at each other, just the sound of the forks hitting the plate.
Yeah, just quiet. You know, you also didn't have to vote for Trump. It's like,
no! And then another family member just drops their fork, like, oh, here we fucking go.
God damn it.
God damn it, Rico. Why are you like this? Well, he voted for Trump, did he not?
Yeah, Rico's the Biden guy.
No, Rico's Biden. Rico's worse.
Yeah,
at least Dredd's Trump, but he's not like in your face about it.
Right.
Rico's the one who brings it up and is like, oh my God, it all should have been Bernie. Yeah. And everybody's like, bro, no one is against Bernie. You just love him too much.
Yeah.
Because Bernie was the savior. And it's like, bro, why is this happening right now? Let's watch football.
Yeah.
So that happened at Thanksgiving.
Right.
So he goes, robot, rip that bitch's arms and legs off. And then right when he's about to do it, Dredd's like, don't do it. He goes, no, drop her. Rip his fucking head off instead. The robot goes to grab fucking Dredd and it's about to kill him. Right then the robot like freaks out and like punches fucking Rico, then punches the Asian girl and knocks her out, and then like freaks out, and then you see Schneider on the back of it ripping all the wires out of its neck.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then Rico is like, fuck it, hatch the clones. I need reinforcements. And then Central's like, but they're not done. Hatch them. So you see like all the clones about to come out. Hershey and the hot Asian girl start fighting. So they have a hot girl fight.
Oh, yes.
You know what's crazy? Not that anything else in this movie is like needed. It's not like anything in this movie is like, oh, well, they needed that scene, right? But this is the only scene where it's like, this wasn't needed.
Yeah. This is clearly to be like, oh, hey,
two hot women.
Yeah, hey boys, you know those boners you've had the whole movie? Here's some more boner stuff for you. That's what this is.
Hey fellas, you know how you've been wanting to come this whole movie?
You've been rock hard for 90 minutes? Well, get ready to get harder.
Oh my God, mama. Hey Sam, can you make me a drink, please? Jameson ginger ale?
I'm okay with a drink.
Thank you. And can you hop to it?
Yeah, jeez.
Can you fucking like, let's go? Sorry, Bean Mafia. Sam's being the worst. She's just spitting in a cup. Yeah. Just not even like, just spitting. Yeah. She's mixing my Jameson with spit. Yeah. So, the unfinished clones come out. Rico and Dredd fight. Mm-hmm. The Asian girl knocks her out, and the Asian girl's like, "You bitch!" Like, punch, and then she's like, "Yo, I love this." The Asian girl, so Hershey hits the Asian girl, and the Asian girl's like, "You bitch!" And then Hershey grabs her and goes. She grabs her, Ehsan, and goes. I swear to God, she goes, "That's Judge bitch."
Oh yeah.
Sam just went, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, that's wild. Also, why does this Asian girl give that much of a shit?
Dude, she's just a lab technician. Yeah, she's literally just a lab technician.
Like, you went to ICT Tech, girl. Lay off.
This bitch went to fucking ICT Tech.
Yeah, DeVry ass bitch fighting for.
Yo, you're fighting like a super cop?
Yeah, but also in the beginning, you're like, we shouldn't use that DNA, so you should already be against him.
You should be against it. She got, it's weird. Her turn is really fast.
Yeah.
And also this, like, so when he meets her, she's like a sweet Asian girl.
Yeah.
And by this scene,
she's like an assassin.
Her hair is slicked back like Trinity from The Matrix.
Yeah.
and she has like a black leather jacket on like Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what the fuck? Who is this?
Yeah.
Who is this person?
Yeah, talk about character development. In one scene, this
Asian girl completely shifts.
Whoa, yeah.
Yo, I like how they made this movie, and they clearly made enough scenes where I'm sure they actually show her character shift.
Right.
But when they in the editing room, they were like, "Oh, we don't need this at all."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What about the fight?" Well, keep the fight.
Keep the fight. The boners.
But they're like, "But the fight kind of doesn't make sense now." Keep the fight.
Yeah, you'll see.
No one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares if this movie makes any sense.
Yeah, at this point, we've gone past the what makes sense part. Let's just go.
So Rico tries to get on a motorcycle and escape. Dredd grabs him. They start fighting, right? And then Rico's like, "I'm the only one who never lied to you." And then Judge Dredd goes, "I'll be the judge of that." And they keep fighting.
Nice.
Bro, how come they don't write movies like this no more?
Nice. Yeah.
Who? Sam's talking as if she always does this. She always talks, and this is crazy. She edits this podcast. She knows that when anyone talks off camera, there cannot be heard. But she cannot fucking help herself. And she has to talk off camera. She just has to do it. Yeah. What she said was, since we stopped for it, was, hey, look, I want you guys to Bean Mafia to know how much this has nothing to do with anything. All she said was, "Oh, that's what Matt and Ben were talking about." Now, she didn't just say it out loud. She said it like to us, to like, hey, Deric and Ehsan. That's what Matt and Ben were talking about. Matt and Ben being Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
What were they
talking about? Being an interview she saw on TikTok. She didn't even see it. You're right. I fucking told her about it. So she has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. Yeah, bro. They were talking about how, like, nobody, if it's not a superhero movie, nobody wants to go see your movie anymore. And, like, how the last duel fucked them up because it was cool. They were like, because Ben Affleck was like, bro, I've made bad movies. And there's lots of movies I've made where I'm like, oh, it did bad at the box office because it sucked. Right. I'm the first one to admit it. Right. He goes, the last duel, we made an unbelievable film. That's a great film that I stand on. I stand by it. I know when we make something good. I've made enough movies to know when one's good and one's bad. Right. And Matt Damon was agreeing, like, I completely agree. And he was like, and when nobody went and saw it in theaters, Matt Damon was like, how did you feel? And Ben was like, I was confused because I was like, why? You know, it's rare when you think you made a good one, you know you made a good one, and people don't like it or people didn't see it.
Right.
And he was like, and the critics were saying they liked it, but no one was seeing it. So I was like, what's going on? And then he said, the moment I knew that, we made a good movie was when it came out on streaming. It was the #1 streaming movie for like 3 weeks.
Right.
On iTunes and on HBO. So we were like, oh, okay, it did. People did want to see it. It's not a movie you go out and see in theaters anymore. And then they both had to they're both like, yeah, and that's what I had to come to terms with. Of like, oh, if it's not a big sci-fi movie or a Marvel movie, no one's going to see it.
No. Also, the problem with The Last Duel is it looked cool, but you also didn't know what it was about.
I mean, that's because it's how a good movie should be.
Right.
That is the point of a good movie.
Right, but
is that you shouldn't know what's
right. But people are less willing to take a chance on that in theaters now because everything's so expensive. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, I'll just wait for it.
And people don't go to the theater unless they're going to see a Marvel movie. Like, unless you're going to see something that is visually epic.
Yeah.
No one cares about seeing just a good movie in the theaters unless there are 2 exceptions. There are 2 exceptions to this rule. Mm-hmm. If you're not sci-fi or a Marvel movie, like James Cameron's always going to do big because it's sci-fi and the effects and yada yada. But any movie, the 2 exceptions for movies that don't have to have effects and don't have to have sci-fi and don't have to have superheroes, any Tarantino movie and any Scorsese movie, those are still going to kill in the box office, always, every time, because the clout those directors have picked up.
Because it's like
people will go.
Tarantino.
You're not going to not go see Wolf of Wall Street. You're not going to not go see the next Tarantino movie.
Right.
You're not.
But like coming in for a new director, that's over.
No, actually, 3. Jordan Peele, new director. People go see his movies in the theater.
Well, he hasn't come up with. It all depends on post-COVID. He hasn't released one post-COVID yet, has he?
No, but I'm saying, like, the theaters were dying before COVID.
Right.
This superhero thing was happening. Dude, this has been happening.
Right.
This isn't like something that happened because of COVID.
Right. COVID just accelerated it.
But, like, no one was going to see anything but superhero movies, or everyone still went and seen, what was the last Tarantino one? That still made like $400 million in the box office.
Hateful Eight? Was that the last one?
No, the Hollywood, the big one.
Oh, yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Everyone still saw that in theaters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people still see The Irishman. If it would have came out in theaters, people still would have saw it because it's Scorsese.
Yeah.
There's some directors, Jordan Peele, where people are like, oh, you make epic tales, I'll go see Christopher Nolan.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily have to be sci-fi. Though Christopher Nolan's are kind of like always a little sci-fi.
Yeah, they're always.
So that actually doesn't count. I put him more in the James Cameron category. But I do think there are a couple directors left, and by couple I mean literally those three, Tarantino, Scorsese, Jordan Peele, where people... It does not have to be. It can just be a movie, and you don't know what it's about,
right?
And people will go see it. Now, I think even people like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, I think even them, it is nope. Because Matt Damon said, Ben Affleck said how Argo they wouldn't. He said now they wouldn't let him come out with it today. He said he already knows. Like if he wanted to come out with an Argo today, he said they would let him come out with it, but it'd have to be an HBO series or a Netflix series.
A Netflix series, right? Right.
He
said they wouldn't. The series route.
He's like, well, if it's a story like that, coming from someone who's that, bro. There's only 3. I'm serious. Like, name another director that get the leeway of Tarantino, Scorsese, and then now Jordan Peele.
That people will go see immediately just on the name.
No, and you don't know what it's about. You're just going to see it because it's Scorsese or Tarantino.
There's probably no one else. I'm trying to think.
If they're a director who has that kind of clout.
No. Maybe.
That's not Cameron or Nolan.
Who's the guy who did Shape of Water?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
I'd say his are sci-fi. But Shape of Water is like it's sci-fi, but it's not. It's a movie. That's a fucking film. It's fantasy, but it's not like Avatar. No. There's no. I guess with Shape of Water, I was about to say the only effects are the one literal character.
Yeah.
There's no other effects. There's no green screen.
I think Del
Toro
would be one that people would trust to go see immediately.
Agree. I think he's on the level of Peele.
Right.
Where maybe not as many as Scorsese. Like if there's like any kind of Wolf of Wall Street movie or Tarantino Django kind of movie, people are gonna go see that shit.
Right.
Because the clout that those two directors have built up. Also, that's it. Like, and Jordan Peele is making that kind of run. He's 2 for 2.
Right.
But look at Scorsese and look at Tarantino, bro. You gotta go. Look at Tarantino. He was like, he's 9 for 9. Scorsese, he's like 30 for 30, nigga.
Right.
You gotta be on point, bro.
Right.
To be that kind of level director, if you're not gonna do sci-fi and action, I think.
Tarantino does action.
I'm sorry, sci-fi and superhero, not action.
Right.
No, action. Even action movies, bro. Unless it's The Rock in it, no one sees it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if Tom Cruise. People would go watch Tom Cruise. I think they still would.
You think people still go see like a Denzel movie?
People still watch Denzel.
I think Tom Cruise would still kill international for sure.
Yeah,
it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, people still see Tom.
Yeah,
people see Denzel. You know what's crazy is people will still see Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, but it just has to be in the vehicle that we want to see them in. It has to be
something they recognize. Last Duel was like weird looking.
It's art.
Yeah,
it's an art film.
Yeah, it is artsy. It did look artsy. People aren't gonna go watch artsy.
Not
films.
Anymore.
No,
not anymore. No. That era. I mean, though I will say this. Jordan Peele's movies are artsy as well.
Yeah, but not really.
They're also there's a different element going on.
No, I mean because I'm not saying that Scorsese or whatever is an art, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I mean artsy.
Guillermo del Toro, very artsy. Yeah.
That's artsy.
Yeah.
There's just stuff that you're like, oh, you're being artsy. You're like, this is art.
Yeah.
Like you're saying that while you're making it. You're like, this is art. You know what artsy is.
I do.
That's what I mean.
I do. I agree. And I think The Last Duel, if that movie would have came out 10 years ago, like in the 2010s, like in the 2000 to 2010 era, it'd have been huge. It'd have made a bunch of money.
Have you seen it?
Huh? No, I'm going to. I mean, every single person who's told me they watch it, they say it's unbelievable.
Okay, I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, also, I don't not believe it's great. Everyone in it is an unbelievable actor, and the director is fucking Ridley Scott.
Right.
I don't think it's bad.
Right.
And it's critically acclaimed and all this stuff, and it did look interesting. I thought it looked very interesting. It's just, I think it was a movie that should have came out. Remember how big Argo was? Yeah. It should have came out around that time.
2012.
When people were going to see that stuff.
Right.
Because think about Argo murdered the box office. And it's a movie that they wouldn't even make today.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's what Sam had to say.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam. Sam is again talking. Again, she is just talking as if she didn't learn a lesson.
All right, so where are we? Where are we at? They're fighting.
Remember,
right?
he goes, "I'll be the judge of that." So they're fighting.
Right.
Rico, they're fighting. Where they're fighting, bro. I didn't mention this.
Right.
It's the Statue of Liberty.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The Statue of Liberty, because now there's no ocean. It's all barren wasteland.
Right.
So like the city is now near where this, like the Statue of Liberty is just in the middle of the city.
Okay.
It is a cool shot. Like the shot is like, wow, that's cool.
Okay.
So they're fighting in like the head of it, right? And there's a big hole in it. Mm-hmm. And Rico knocks him almost, so he's holding on to dear life outside of the head. Like he's about to fall off.
Right.
He goes, "Now, Joseph Dredd, I judge you. The charge of being human when we could have been gods. Guilty. Sentence. Death." And then he has a gun in his face, and Judge Dredd goes, "Don't miss." Right in his eyes.
Damn.
And he goes to shoot, and the gun goes, "Lethal rounds, empty." Dredd grabs the gun, signal flare. Boom, shoots a signal flare like in the air, like, distracts him. He fucking grabs him, and he goes, "Court's adjourned." Throws him off.
Damn. Good last line.
I mean, he had to.
Yeah.
Couldn't help himself. He gets up. The Asian girl's about, like, right when he gets up, the Asian girl's about to shoot him.
Right. This fucking Asian girl.
Asian girl's about to shoot him. She said, bro, she has chosen his side.
Jesus Christ, dude. She went 0 to 60.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I just realized you saying it like, yeah, she really did, bro. Yeah. She really did. I will give this Asian bitch this. Her 7 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, impactful.
She took advantage.
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm king of this. They're not cutting all my scenes.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck." Yeah. She was acting, doing the movie, and I'm sure she was like, "Oh, wow, this character has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
I got to go crazy.
Yeah.
I got to make sure.
I got to go over the top. I got to dig so far deep." Yeah.
So, she kills her, and then she looks at Dredd, and she goes, "That's 3 times now, Dredd." Mm-hmm. She helps him up. Dredd comes down to, like, the people and where all the judges are, like, they meet under in the street. And the judges all walk up to him, and he goes, "Am I under arrest?" And the judges go, "Won't be necessary. We all know the truth, Judge Dredd."
How?
Oh, remember the young cadet? He released it to everybody what was really going on, like the actual Janus files.
Okay.
And so everyone knows what it is. I didn't say that because it was like, but yeah, that happened.
Okay.
And he goes, we have to redo the council, Judge, and we all took a vote. We want you to be the chief. And then he goes, "I'm a street judge."
It's interesting. I was in a fight for my life, and you guys were voting, huh?
Well, also, I will say this: it's like 6 judges now.
Okay.
It wouldn't have took long.
Okay.
You remember when they all died?
Yeah. Fair. Right.
Like literally 96 of them in a day.
Yeah, that's okay.
So he goes, "I'm a street judge, and I got to get back to work." And we see Rob Schneider. He's like getting carted off. He's all happy for him. And he walks off. And then the girl goes, "Dredd, that's it? No goodbye?" "Goodbye, Hershey." And he goes, he gets on his motorcycle. She grabs his helmet, and she kisses him. And then she puts the helmet on him. And she goes, "It's good to be human, don't you think?" And he goes, "I knew you'd say that." He takes off driving. Everyone cheers. Comic book shot of his motorcycle overlooking the city.
Nice.
Judge Dredd.
Nice. Perfect ending.
Great movie.
Perfect ending. Very fun, very quick. Very like every scene was just like boom, 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 boom.
Original.
Yeah, nothing was wasted.
Nothing was wasted.
Was always happening. Some actiony thing was always happening.
Or a plot twist.
Yeah.
They never didn't move the plot forward.
I mean, the plot twist of the chief coming back and then immediately killing him again was awesome.
That was actually legitimately good writing.
Yeah.
There is some writing in this where you're like, I was watching this, and tell me if I'm wrong here, son. There's a good movie. There's a good movie or a good series in this.
There's definitely a great series in this.
There's something in this character.
Yeah.
If Disney Plus got a hold of, you're gonna see if it's DC or Marvel. Yeah, that's actually look that up. I'm interested. But there is a series in this character. You see it?
Yeah.
You get the right actor, and Judge Dredd could legitimately be cool. And it also could be on Netflix. I mean, depending on if it's DC or HBO. I heard Peacemaker is amazing.
I haven't seen it yet.
It just came out like yesterday.
Okay. Does Dredd DC or Marvel? He was briefly licensed to DC, but he's just an independent. Yeah, current Rebellion developments.
Wow, if I was a Netflix, I would buy the rights to that and make a show.
Yeah. That's dope.
There's a cool show in here.
Yeah. Which is just a British.
When was the comic? When was this character created?
1977.
So I knew it was it felt like a 70s character, didn't it?
Yeah, and just in Britain. This happens in Britain.
Wow. Yo, you can make him British.
You could make him British.
Mm-hmm. Like you can make have British actors make it a really well acted show and have a Judge Dredd because the character is interesting.
Wow, this is what it just says. Over the years, Judge Dredd has been hailed as one of the best satires of American and British cultures, with an uncanny trend to predict upcoming events such as rampant mass surveillance, rise of populist leaders, and the COVID-19 pandemic.
Wow. Yo, you literally, I mean, in the beginning, you were like, whoa, they nailed this.
Yeah.
You literally said that in the beginning. Like, wow, they're nailing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? It does seem like a cool comic book.
It does. It really does.
Yeah,
I'm especially interested now, like when it said, "Oh, it got all these things kind of right." It's like interesting.
Yeah, no, it is, and also that it's not DC or Marvel, that it's independent. It's like that's interesting.
Right, that is interesting.
Well, yeah, there's one of these Amazon Prime. One of these networks should definitely buy up the rights.
Seems like a Prime thing.
Amazon Prime, yeah, or Netflix. Because Netflix can make it dark.
Yeah,
and I would definitely make it rated R.
Netflix would cancel after 2 seasons, and you'd be like, "Why? There was a plot here."
Yeah, it has to go to Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Netflix does that. Netflix, if you want to show on Netflix, you can make sure you can wrap it up in 2 seasons because they cancel shit immediately.
Yeah, they'll cancel Squid Games on season 3.
Well,
it'll get the second season and then they'll cancel.
Well, I also don't think the second season is going to be as good as the first season.
Well, it wasn't meant to have a second season.
Exactly.
It was written to have one season and it just ended.
Yeah.
And then they gave the guy the bag, which I'm not mad at him. I would have taken it too.
No. He's right. Netflix is wrong. He's absolutely right. Yeah, make your money. Netflix, but there's no way. There's no way it's not gonna be as good as the first season.
Well, no, because now I'm expecting things.
Yeah, I'm expecting children-y games, and it's like, okay, well, this is not.
What makes Game of Thrones so good, and for so long, is that it evolved. Mm-hmm. It evolved, and you got to grow with it.
Right.
Like, and there was source material for the evolution.
I feel like Squid Game season 2 is gonna be like Westworld season 2 of just like, oh man, they completely.
Oh, you threw this together because you had no other plans.
You completely lost track of the plot here.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
I think, but I mean, hopefully Koreans do it right. Koreans are different.
Hey, they're also not though.
No, they stink.
You know what?
They're stupid.
No, that's how we're the same. I'm saying that's also how we're the same. So you know what I mean? Like, bro, like they're different, but they're also not. Money is money, and money thrown at a project just to throw money at a project doesn't mean it means it's probably not gonna be good.
Every time.
Every time.
You're right. As much as I want to kill you, you're right. You enjoyed Judge Dredd, buddy?
I did enjoy Judge Dredd.
Who's your favorite character? Was it Dredd?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Could have been Schneider.
I like Dredd. Schneider is not Schneider though.
Schneider did do a good job.
Yeah, it feels like he did a great job.
God, I can't imagine what getting that role was like, and then I'm sure you think like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm about to play the comedic relief in a Stallone
movie
about a superhero.
Right, it's perfect.
Like I'm sure you're thinking like, oh, this is gonna change everything.
Yeah, and it probably did.
No, I'm sure the like all the Gilmore, all the Adam Sandler movies mean way more.
Yeah,
anything Judge Dredd ever did for him.
That's fair.
You know, but you don't know at the time. You don't know. You're thinking like, oh, this might be it.
Right.
You know, Hollywood, bro.
Weird.
So weird. Well, I'm glad you were back, my brother.
Hey, we did it.
We did it again.
We did it
again, and we'll do it again another time. And we keep doing it every time, and we stay doing it, and we're gonna keep doing it. And while we're doing it, we'll make sure we do it. Just do it.
Get it done.
This episode was brought to you by Nike.